my thoughts initially.
So I wrote, punitive times have largely been exaggerated for little purpose beyond adding an artificial sense of severity to a crime that does not truly represent the length of time truly spent in prison. Only in instances of penal punishment do the people of Los Santos refer to days as years and minutes as months. The purpose of this document is to establish and bring into line punitive times with times recognized as standard by the populace at large. So, why pretend? Why play pretend as a police officer when everyone else isn't? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, again, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm also not agreeing because it's sort of...
I think time is relative. And I cannot imagine a world in which someone ever saying they spent 7 minutes in prison is less weird.
No, this is our world. This is our city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't imagine a world in which there's a guy who ran for mayor 6 times and he's never gotten more than 10 votes and he keeps doing it. You know what I'm saying? Both are weird. However, one is less weird.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's a balance there. So I was trying to like spitball how I felt about this. I don't know if I'm even for this change, but just as a potential concept so people can discuss, instead of minutes and days, maybe we could find a middle ground to, like, you know, days and months or something, instead of, you know, months and then years. So downgrades.
I think
I'm trying to make this make sense.
I get what you're saying. I think for the sake of transparency, it's important to... Well, the average person is stupid. That's just the way that it is. And I also entertain the possibility of coming up with different terminology to describe this. I think it would create a lot of confusion.
Yeah, people would have to relearn.
Right.
Yeah,
and it would just lead to more confusion.
Yeah. I get you. Okay. Yeah, what you got?
Well, no, so as an individual,
on Restelio,
I'm on like the abstain sign. Like I don't give a fuck. Minutes, months, tomato, rose by any other name. Like I don't give a shit about any of that. However, as head of bar, my position is that if people are
OC and IC discussion, no, the stupid, OC thing is calling them years. We're making it in character right now.
They think that they're looking at months or years. That creates a sense of urgency in which they're more likely to request a lawyer, get a bench trial, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas if they're looking at 10 minutes in jail, that may encourage the let's get this over with type of mentality.
I can see that.
They already do that.
You know, there's also it just gets complicated, but there's also the fact that, you know, like, you know, our minutes, if you look at your phone here, every minute's passing pretty fucking fast. Like, you know, time is very relative here, like very. So why can't it be with that?
Yeah, I think ultimately, I've said my personal piece. I think this change would affect the police most in their sentencing and procedures. So I'd like to hear what Nakota's like actual like unbiased opinion is on like
hyperbolic
one way or
time
the other.
prison.
But as far as like naming conventions, I frankly couldn't give a shit either way.
Nakota.
I'm going to abstain again.
Okay. I think the intention of this is pretty clear. I think it's important that we stop kidding ourselves about this. I think it makes more sense for the place that we live. And I think I'm going to put it to a vote. Yay. Nakota and Malton are abstain. Philippa.
I can't wrap my head around the meanest thing. I think I'm gonna go nay. I'm sorry, I wasn't quite convinced.
Crane.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
What is there to wrap your head around, guys? You are sending them to
Oh,
prison for
okay.
minutes! Minutes!
Start. Okay,
Whose idea was this to begin with the months and the years bullshit? It's never been that way, ever! Ever!
I think that it. Okay.
Now you watch my stream, Sherman. Gary out there's I'm 1,000 years old. I'm fucking Dracula, guys.
Congratulations, you look
according to the
great.
police department, I am a Dracula.
Yeah. Very spry considering. Impressive.
Yeah, I don't even know how to approach this conversation. I'm abstaining.
Juno.
Yeah, I tried.
Yay. Fuck it.
Michael?
I'm abstaining.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna make.
y'all
I'm
are
gonna,
just
I'm,
waiting
gonna,
for
well, I'm
this.
gonna make a comment. And just say that I think that there's a lot of things that we discuss in here where we're trying to do what makes sense for us in the world we live in.
That's right.
But I think that this is coming from a place of
Beyond us.
telling other people how they should experience time. And I don't think that's our role. So I'm abstaining.
No one gets to say, hey, I live in a time-dilated plane of existence. No one gets to experience
do.
time differently. No, they don't. Everyone is the same, moving at the same pace through time. That is how time works. Nakota.
Yeah, and again, I
Can I just say one thing? I don't know if this is gonna make a difference at all, but I was shot in the head a couple weeks ago,
Sure.
and then I woke back up in the hospital after getting medical care.
Wait, hold on. Were you shot in the head a couple of weeks ago or a couple of years ago?
A couple weeks ago.
What? Well, how many days ago was it?
I hate this.
I hate this.
I
hate this.
get where you're coming from. I do
I
get it, but
know.
I cannot.
I
There's
think
no way
we
I can
all
wrap my
get
head
it.
around. Oh, like look through our charges and like
Mhm.
I don't know, fucking attempt to murder a government employee or something. Congratulations,
It's
45 minutes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I
So what? Your alternative is to what? To lie to them? Because they're not going to be up there for 45 months.
I think we live in a very complex.
Yeah.
society.
No, we don't. It's not that complex, man.
Oh,
You okay? Counterpoint. Let's say
Yeah.
let's obviously we don't adhere to legislation in America. Okay.
Of course.
How much time does someone get for murdering someone in America?
Depends where you live.
depending,
life
I mean,
in
years.
prison.
Life in prison.
why-
Life in prison.
Why don't we hold off on voting for this week and maybe give it a
No,
little bit
I
more
want to
thought
vote
and
on
push
this.
it to next week?
I want to vote on this now because it's clear cut. It's simple. It plugs a fucking stupid, i.e., the name, loophole in the system that people have been parading around as being something that is relevant, despite, as proven by Nakota just now, saying that he was out for weeks. When it should be, by definition, in accordance to the way that the police department has been enforcing the law, it should have been years. Years. Why don't we just all get on the same page?
I think a vote
Because
has
the
started.
thing is, we are all on the same page, and everyone's on the different page to what you're trying to change it to. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we forcing people to change what's already pre-established?
This council is an exercise in future proofing. By that logic, we need to be open to making radical change. Otherwise, we make the same We fall into the same pitfalls that happened to the last government. Eventually, there are going to be people who come in from the federal government who are like, all right, guys, listen up. You know, clearly this council thing's not working out because you guys just can't get your thumbs out of your ass and try something new. We're fighting ghosts.
We've done new things every single time so far. I don't know about that.
Okay, the current wording and sentencing, isn't that put in place to, I guess, denote the severity of the charges?
That was my
So they would
understanding.
make more sense logically, but in
I think a vote has already been called. I don't think we should keep discussing this further. But to that point, I would argue that under our new system, the felony is what's more severe now, not the time. I think ultimately we've had, I think, 3 abstain so far. I think people should vote how they feel, because I think it is pretty straightforward one way or the other. And if this has to be the first thing overturned by the feds, then so be it. But a vote has been called. I think a vote should be finished.
Michael.
I think we should get to speak through things if we have concerns.
I do agree that all discussion should be done before a vote is called. But once a vote is started, I think discussion should stop. But that's a procedural thing.
I wasn't done there, but yeah, sure. What you got, Michael?
Oh, Jesus, what do I got? Is it gonna?
Vicarious.
And this is I don't know if I can ask Crane this. Is it gonna cause issues internally at all?
I mean, I have to change every fucking charge to say minutes instead of months.
I volunteered. I volunteered to go through every single one of those charges. If you give me the ability and power to do so, I would be glad to do it.
All right, so I'm gonna. I think everyone agrees with you, Max. I will say, yay, if we can get it pushed through and make people stick to it.
Good. No more time dilation. Everyone is moving through time at the same pace. Everything is good now. The universe is in balance.
What is Eda's vote for the record keeping?
I abstained.
Oh, okay.
Everybody abstained except for 2 people who voted yay, and then 1
3
nay.
people. 3 people.
I voted nay.
3 people voted yeah.
Max, myself, and Michael.
Okay, so it was 4 abstained, 1 nay, 3 yays.
Yes.
4 nay. Good. I'm glad to see that this particular discussion did not take more than 60 months to go over. Next.
Oh my God. Fair enough. All right, what's next?
I actually don't know what's next.
The registry?
Which registry?
The marriage registry? Or is that just is that there for note-taking purposes only?
That's there for people to track new marriages and stuff. So whenever someone gets married, like a judge will pop in here and be like, hey, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should probably be moved over to DOJ stuff.
Yeah, we just convert that to a DOJ doc so the judges can see it.
Okay. Is that possible to move a document like that?
Somebody will just have to make a new document.
Just make a new document, copy paste.
Yeah, it's pretty small right now. So
yeah.
We have the Parks and Recs from Juno.
Oh, that's just moreover from my note. It's very early on. It was just an idea within the mayor's office as a like hand in hand sort of. Well, I say hand in hand, but like a department itself.
Okay.
It's just ideas right now rather than anything solid.
I have paid.
So give me one moment.
Did you want to wait to go over this?
I mean, I could give a brief TLDR and gauge what you guys think of it.
Hold on, I got one question. What are we doing about the phones?
What phones?
Yeah, I was just thinking
Open up your
about
phone.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Look
too.
at the minutes roll by.
See, that's what I was saying. That's the argument
Yeah.
I made. Is that
that was what
is
was
very
brought up.
distorted.
Who gives it? No one uses that as a metric for judging how much time they're spending in the city, man. No one does that.
We use.
I know some bail officers who have used that in the past, but
That was my argument. Is
Okay, all right. So how many hours are in the day
yeah.
then? How many hours in the day then, according to our phone?
We're gonna have to sit here and find
I
out.
don't know.
Because apparently there's like
24 hours a day.
there's like 80 hours.
It's about 10 seconds for every 2 minutes incident.
Mm-hmm. So, multiply that. What fucking dumbass bail officer was using this shit? No one uses
for
this.
autopsies as well. We call out the time of death, local time.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's the one thing that we're all on.
That we use UTC, do we not, Crane?
That's a Nick Simone thing.
That's Nick.
That's,
Nick
that's an IT likes to use.
Yeah, that's the MDT thing.
The MDT has a GMT timer.
Yeah.
Localized.
Yeah, GMT.
Oh
is
yeah, it's
UTC.
called GMT. Yeah.
GMT is
Can anyone check if that time in the MDT right now is current to?
It is current right now.
MDT is different than the phone.
Yes.
Fuck the phone.
Which is why things are,
Fuck the phone.
I mean,
things are a bit different.
I mean,
in
you would
different
just say in
areas of the
the
city.
law that passed like time per like what states in the MDT or some bullshit. I don't
But
know.
what I mean is, Max, are you seeking to have the phone reprogrammed?
No,
Oh,
because
boy.
no one uses it. It doesn't even need to be that way. No one is checking their time like that, man.
It dictates, if it's light
Okay,
or
but
dark
I thought
outside,
the whole-
it can change
okay, never mind.
whether or not you can do. Yeah, I get what
Yeah.
you're going
Oh.
for.
Make time make sense.
Yes. So we should stay consistent if we're trying to make it make sense everywhere, I guess is what he's saying. Like, why?
I'm not saying
No.
anything else.
Why, if you go to prison for, I don't know, an hour, like, it was nighttime twice in that, like things like that.
Yeah, it is weird, huh?
It is. Yeah.
So, Juno, about the Parks and Recs thing, are you planning on presenting it
Yeah,
today?
so no. I don't mind gauging people's opinions of it by giving a brief TLDR or just holding off until next week. It's pretty bare bones at the moment. I also don't think it needs to be anything too detailed. I think it being quite, simple and bare bone is absolutely fine.
Okay. I have a proposal to amend the expungement process to make it cheaper for now, to go up later. I think 500,000 is a bit too much of an ask. I don't think that's enough. I think it's too much for one person to realistically and feasibly achieve in a short amount, or not a short amount of time, like a reasonable amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So I want to lower it. I was thinking 150 or 100,000 for the first one. I want the second expungement and the third expungement to stay the same. Because at that point, they better work for a second or a third chance or a fourth chance or whatever. What are your guys' thoughts on first lowering the first expungement to 150,000 for now?
Are you thinking of I don't want to say like baked into the legislation, but do you want it to automatically go back up after a certain amount of time, or is that just for like a future consideration to up it again?
I would be for having the ability for it at a certain date to go back up to 500,000. If we want to pick out a certain date right now.
Nakota, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I would if we're gonna roll it back to 150, I would be okay with that, but I would also like to add in that every crime that they're having expunged from their record, I believe the monetary value of that should also be included on top of the 150,000.
We never had that initially when it used to be like that. So do you just want to change it for only the first one, or change it
Yeah, we
for all?
did. Oh,
we did?
sorry. For this legislation, sorry.
Yeah, for
They've in the
this
past
one,
did.
yeah. Mhm. For this one, it was
what
just
would-
a flat cost. Do we want to make it that as well?
What would be the second if we're gonna adjust it for the first, Max?
I'm talking specifically about adjusting the first expungement.
I wrote something up in the amendment.
Yeah, I see that. So I like that. I like a 100K more if we for the first one, if we're going to take into account the what was it? It was 20% of all felony charges or whatever in the old days or whatever.
What's the report where this amendment?
It's 1612.
I mean, I'm not considering how expensive we're making it. I'm not against not having it be percentage of crimes, because then the judges don't got to do all the math. That just takes the burden off them. But
I'm
if
not a
you
fan
if you
of
would like to
judges doing math.
argue, that's fair enough. If you would like to argue that it should be more,
Right, I was thinking for gifting 5
subs.
subs.
Obviously,
What if we make it a range? Like let's say like 75 to 125, and it's like, you know, judicial discretion what they want to charge in line with like the rest of the expungement process. You know, if they have a lot of felonies on their record, you know, they got to pay a little bit more for that first time around. If they only got, you know, one, they get that base 75K.
I like that. Crane, what do you think? Were you listening?
Yeah. It's
like that mulligan first thing could be if you have X amount of felonies or less type thing, or it's not an option anymore.
I mean, I still like it. It kind of goes for. I like the idea of like dropping it temporarily, but you know, just making it a range that the judges can decide.
If we feel it's too high, why are we just dropping it temporarily?
More people are accumulating more money over time.
Yeah, they'll have the cash eventually. I can see that.
But the Crane suggestion here is actually not dropping it temporarily. It's adding essentially a mulligan, something before the first $500,000 that people, adding another layer of protection for people who may have made one mistake and do not have the time to work for that much amount of money, right?
Yeah, my idea of that one would only be like, say, 3 felonies or less.
I would not. I'd need more. If that's meant to be the mulligan, because I made a mistake, one incident.
Correct.
Why don't we just do it so the mulligan is only for offenses on your record prior to the enactment of the amendment? So, because what happened is people committed felonies, and then we put in the expungement process. They're like, holy fuck, I can't make 500 grand. I'm screwed. So we say, okay, if your felonies are from before this amendment date, 2/17/24, it's only 100 grand. But if you go out now knowing that it's 500 grand and you commit felonies, well, that's just on you.
I love that.
I like that better.
I like that. Yeah, that's
I'm down
good.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm in favor of
you're
agency,
changing the
so-
parentheses to only applies to felonies before today.
Yeah, because I want people to have agency in their decisions, and I think in fairness, we made the expungement process after they had already made those bad decisions. So,
I agree with all that.
The people of Los Santos, thank you for your wisdom.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's I don't think we need any additional restrictions on that mulligan one.
No, I think that's fair. If we're doing this, we don't need more restrictions. That's fine with me.
Sick.
Okay, so we call it. It shouldn't be called mulligan. What are we gonna call it? One-time forgiveness.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Am I mayor because I'm an admin? No, I got voted. People
Wait,
voted
so
for me.
is this going to be the mulligan applies to people before we originally enacted the expungement?
The amendment.
Oh,
No, the
so
amendment,
right now.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah.
I think it's more than fair. If people
Wait,
still
anyone
upset
that
about it, that'd
commits
be crazy.
anything after this is announced, full fair, but it's gonna be 500 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's just on them. So fair enough.
Yep.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make a lot of money on this. I think.
I agree.
Really?
It's true. I like
Hey,
it.
boss. I'm just chilling, you know. Don't mind me.
Cool. Any nays insofar as this amendment is concerned? The amendment passes to the expungement process on 2/17/24. Excellent.
What do we do with Parks and Rec?
I think Juno wants to take more time for it, right?
She's cooking on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I was
cooking.
distracted.
It's honestly, it doesn't like I said, it's probably still gonna be something super simple by the time I'm finished with it, rather than anything super detailed or thorough.
Marriage registry is just a backend thing. Just gonna create that for DOJ docs.
Yep.
Michael rewriting M mandate.
The what mandate?
VDM.
Oh,
I am almost done with it. So if you want to give it a read and see if that is simplified enough, I'm just adding one last bit to it.
I'm just tagging everything so I know what's what.
I have something else that's not written. I have it in my notes. Okay, let me explain this problem to you guys. All right. People work for Group 6. They spend money on a truck. They catch a felony down the line. They still technically have that truck in their name, but they can't pull it out because they can't work at Group 6 anymore. I was thinking of a process for these people to sell back that vehicle, maybe at like 50% of what they paid for it, and to have some sort of back-end ability for them to do that. They can't pull it out.
I think that the mulligan covers that, and I think that it shouldn't be rebated for decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that the mulligan turned out. So I think that, you know.
This is I have a specific question from Dakota. I mean, if they were wanting to sell the vehicle, if that's something we were even okay, couldn't they do that with PD assistance technically?
Oh, to be fair, I've been approached about this several times because Pete correctly has kicked the judges, and much like people that have died or people that are no longer for various reasons, we stepped in.
Yeah,
Cream.
Alan,
Cough
clear your
drop.
throat, sweetheart.
Cough drop. Cough drop.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed that was from the smoking.
It wasn't as
Hello.
bad at first.
All right.
It's still there.
Hello.
It's still pretty rough.
It
Lockpick.
wasn't bad at first, and then it
Red Tail,
got
thanks for subbing.
progressively worse.
Says phone wasn't consistent with IG warp time before anyway. True.
Okay, well,
Stratum! In a stratum! Why did it take that so long for someone to do something? Normally I'm pretty quick about that, but I wanted to see if I didn't know if it was happening for anyone else.
I'm okay, guys.
Oh no.
In a
Getting
stratum.
us food.
Lockpick.
For himself.
Lockpick! Died of malnutrition.
That's why he was playing video games. I saw it.
I'll allow it.
That's even worse than like Dragon.
That's
That's even worse than leaving me in there. I could have been listening to T. Why? Now I gotta wait outside and listen to nothing. What the hell?
I cannot respond to this in case they subpoena my shit. Well, although the contents of these meetings are not private, so.
You deserve it. You were playing video games, bitch.
No, I wasn't.
Stop coloring pixels.
Oh my
you
god. It's
Alright.
crazy.
blood
There was
all
a
over
very
the carpet.
discussion
Jesus.
about minutes equaling months or vice versa, and he was playing video games the entire time. I saw it on my tablet.
Oh yeah,
Got the notification.
it's crazy. I can't believe you didn't take very thorough notes on that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It was yeah. It's
Good
not
enough.
bad. Go for it. Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to eat.
Pull out cards for people because
I'm fine.
they're banned from working from somewhere. If they take advantage of the booking, then
Oh,
fine.
it's gone again. I can't hear you.
I
Is anyone else?
think the gist is he's saying is the judiciary won't be facilitating, like they don't pull cars out just to facilitate a sale.
Yeah,
You
that's
could tell
not part
that?
of their
Okay.
job.
Alright,
Yeah.
Look,
Okay,
man,
good
he's been
shit.
smoking for fucking years. Okay, I've had to deal with this for a
No,
while.
it's okay. It's okay. Keep translating for me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. The VDM one should be done, I think. So if you want to mark it, or if you want to read it over. I got you just
Hell
fine.
yeah.
It's just everyone or Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
guess.
can?
Yeah, I can understand him, kind of. Just you.
That's
Maybe I
where
just
I'm.
gotta-
He's
that's where I'm
emoting.
at. I
gotta
kind of
think
understand.
really
that.
Am I gonna watch
clearly
the
about
streamer
it, yeah.
awards?
I hang out with Reggie a lot.
Hell
Okay?
no,
Oh,
baby.
you know what? That makes
That's
sense.
fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Gotta go find the vending machine. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Bing, bing, bing.
Oh God, where's the waiting room?
So I
I
mean, with that
literally
being said,
just
Max, are you
fucking told
you
him.
brought this up currently? So are you wanting to, I guess, keep advocating for like a facilitated sales system, or do you want them to go through like the Mulligan process?
So this wasn't even something I drafted up formally. It was I kind of threw it in my notes. The Crane's idea for this particular amendment to the expungement process is so good that I don't think we need to give them the ability to sell like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I like that.
what that's essentially saying is, hey, I don't want to pay for the expungement to continue working at Group 6. I just want to sell my trucks and continue doing crime.
Cash out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So,
Fair point.
I'm glad that the amendment to expungements as is now went through the way that it did, because it encourages people to rehabilitate
Yeah.
and stay on the straight and narrow, which is perfect.
And it's still enough that it won't be easily obtained. So
Let's see here. I got some other notes. Oh, Edda.
mhm.
This is. I just want everyone to hear this. How do you feel about the state funding events, so long as they are they are required to provide full receipts for everything that they purchase, and giving them a small stipend, very small, for actually organizing and running these things?
For events open to all in the city,
Mm-hmm.
I am 100% for it, as long as it's not too, of course, too,
Yeah, I don't want them to squeeze us for money. You know what I'm saying? But I want
right,
them. I want them
right,
to be.
and it doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, I want them to be rewarded somewhat for their effort, right? So you
Yeah,
know I'm
100%.
thinking, like, literally, like, maybe like, I don't know, $3,000 to $5,000 for a guy that puts in a lot of time and effort into like organizing something. I want to draft up a process for people to present to you. I guess we can work on that together. And I don't think it needs to be a council thing to approve. Like, you'll be able to look at the amount of work they're putting in and be like, hey, this is legit. I'll fund you, and you get a little bonus for your work.
Yeah,
This
no,
could also tie in really well with the Parks and Rec thing.
Okay, well
idea.
then, me, you, and Juno can fucking work on this. That's just something I wanted to say before I forgot.
Yeah, because I know I've been attending quite a few events around town, just to see, what kind of scale they're at and they're working on. And I've already seen a lot of people putting in a lot of really consistent events that are good and well liked. And yeah, I have no problems with that at all, because I think we need more to do in the city, 100%.
Sure.
So I am 100% behind that.
Oh fuck, Crane's not here. He's probably taking a nap, right?
Yeah, he
Might be, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have died. We don't know.
Maybe.
It finally happened, guys.
Rapture got him.
He'd be upset if I prayed over his body.
What'd you say?
Would he be upset if I prayed over him?
He was. I don't care.
God,
I don't
this
care.
guy,
I don't care if you shit yourself in your robe in the desert. Don't keep your prayer off of me.
I'm gonna baptize his dead body.
I do need to think deeply about something for a moment.
Okay. Rundown. We're not done meeting, probably for a little bit, however. You'll have to catch a judge. I'm pretty sure Crane can do it, but I don't know if
There he
he will
is.
be available post-meeting. Was that, Meow. 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 Nice TV. Put your drawer in, you fucking slob, dude. Fucking slob. Meanwhile, I've got like 12 cups on my desk. Yo, I'm big chilling right now, bruv.
Hello.
Hi, you sound
Hello.
better. Did it say a full sentence?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, way better.
Say the brown cow jumped over the fence. The moon. Crane?
But he might have to, Crane, you might have to leave the room and come back.
He might not hear us.
Oh. I just assumed he was ignoring me, guys.
It might be his hearing.
It's always been a fantasy of mine to be a sex slave for 2 bears.
God.
Yeah,
All
me
right,
too.
all good.
Hello? Can you hear us?
Oh,
Yeah,
Good.
Okay.
I thought that was better than the jumping over the.
Yeah. Okay, so you did hear me. Okay. Okay.
That's a classic. That's internet literature.
I don't think I made it to that website.
I'll text it to you. Don't worry.
Okay.
I have something that is important. I haven't had the chance to speak to Nakota about this privately, so I'm going to ask you here. How bad is crime in Polito right now?
In relation
Seem
to
love it
what?
up there.
Just in terms of like frequency, policing ability, so on and so forth.
This is going to be a very cynical question, but can you all even patrol Polito?
Yeah, I was about to open up that
They
can
can.
of worms.
They
but,
can.
like, because if we're saying is crime in Polito bad, that's in comparison to what? In comparison to the city, absolutely not. The city is rampant 24/7.
Yeah.
I mean, does crime occur up there? Yes. Is it to the same degree that's going on in the city? Not even close.
Yeah, but it's
Not
like-
true.
and
That
I don't
is
mean to
not
challenge
true.
Here, but is that like
Hmm?
like actual crime, or is that just your perception of crime because of how much you police up there?
Are you mean me?
No, PD in general, right? It's like, like crime rates. You could be like, hey, look, there's all this drug dealing going on in the South Side. Crime rate is crazy up there, but a lot of that's because you're down there looking for it, right? Couldn't there be just as much going on up north, but you just don't see it?
Yeah, that's that could be. My personal experience from policing is we get a lot more calls from in the city than we do anywhere else at the current moment.
911's maybe, but
A lot more people live in the city. Go.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I live in Polito, and I don't hear gunshots or explosions constantly. So
Yeah, I haven't. The only thing I'll say is the number one thing that we're responding to right now is robbery, and I haven't responded to a single robbery up in Polito yet.
what, like
gotten a call for
a
one.
robbery of people?
Correct.
Okay. I've heard that Polito is a crime bed right now.
Julio lives there. I would agree with that. Yeah.
what?
Hey, that's my suspended doctor.
From who? Cornwood?
That was a precious baby. Please.
Yeah, please.
What the
We love
fuck?
him. Please.
When you say crime bed, what are you referring to?
Yeah, I talked to Cornwood on the phone probably like a week ago, and he was saying like weed sales, fucking what was the other one?
Oh wow.
Yeah, a lot of weed getting sold up there. Fucking, there's like one other crime that happens up there a lot that I just can't really recall off the top of my head.
All right, so weed.
He's talking about fucking someone renting supercars from Sandy Shores and like running around doing shit like that. It was so long ago I don't really remember the specifics, but he was desperate for you guys to essentially start policing up there. What are your thoughts on running a sheriff election and reviving the country policing?
At the current moment, my thought is we don't have enough staffing in the existing police unit, let alone to start another department. Although I have been spoken to about this by him, and I do understand his passion for said thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have enough police to police the city right now. We don't have enough police to start a new department and open another office at the current moment. That is subject to change.
Okay. How is hiring going for you guys right now? Like, are you familiar with the process at all?
Again, I would be speaking out of line if I comment on something that's command. I'm not command, but I will speak for myself. It seems like we could use a few more officers. That's what I'll say.
Okay. So you think they're going a little slow?
You did just have the 3 PD academies, right?
Yeah, they're in the process of doing a pretty decent hiring right now.
Nice.
But if I were to say that we could handle another office opening up and a new department, I would not be doing the existing LSPD service, because we need more officers right now for LSPD.
Since Nakota's not willing to speak against his superiors, I will on his behalf. Hiring is not the issue with this PD; it's retention. That has always been a historical issue. If you go through the MDT's profile section, they are shotgunning cadets on there left and right, and I don't know if they're just dropping out of the program at some point, losing interest, or if it's a training bottleneck. But from what I could tell, just from talking to the various sources and what I could see in the MDT, they are hiring like crazy. That's just not translating to officers on the streets, and that I don't know where the problem is in that pipeline.
I know where it is. I was talking to a couple of prospective cadets a couple of nights ago, and apparently the FTOs were too exhausted to take them out on duty because they had to run an academy the day before. What's up with that? When there are 3 FTOs on duty and there's 2 cadets waiting to go out and no one's taking them out because they're too tired. Who's making them FTOs? They know what they signed up for. I'm sure they're getting extra pay or extra privileges with that, right?
No.
No, they don't get anything for it. They don't get extra pay or extra privileges. They
Why?
Get the,
Why not? Why don't we start giving them money then for doing this job? Because it needs to happen.
I mean, Malcolm?
Yeah, that would be a discussion for me and the treasurer, I guess, to have. And another discussion, again, while I am the PD liaison, I am not command, and I don't tell the captains what to do, unfortunately.
Okay, next meeting, well, first of all, can you talk about it with Edda? 1. 2,
yes.
Can you bring at least one captain to the next council meeting? And
Do
we could talk about that?
Question mark?
Do we what?
Tell the captains what to do.
Oh, well, the police department, which arm of the government are they operating under?
My
executive, which is typically not.
My belief is that we, as the council, could de facto control what they do via legislation, right? Like we're not like direct reports in terms of like issuing orders or anything like that. But...
I will just point out that much like the implementation of the Standardized Uniform Time Act, things don't always work in this jurisdiction; they work elsewhere. So I'm not certain that we oversee the PD.
Why don't we define it?
I don't know if that's within our purview.
What about as far as like assisting in funding? Would that be where we could collaborate?
Are you talking to me, Etta?
Just in general, like I'm just putting it out there. Like, I mean, I funded 3 police academies because they were bringing in a bunch of people who, when you're straight off the, the plane and you got $500 to your name and you have to, pay out, for your loadout for academy, it's, you end up broke real quick. So it was only 30,000 per, so, or almost 40,000 per, actually.
Yeah, this was
so
state funds.
Yes, because I mean, like you said, we need police on the streets.
Yeah, we do. Okay. I will work on finding out who's technically oversight for the police department insofar as sections of the government, whatever. That said, Nakota, are you an FTO?
I am, yes.
Is the job tiring for you?
I'm fairly new to it, so I can't speak to the people that have been doing it for a very long time. There is a big difference between going out and policing for 8 hours or 5 hours or however many hours people go out to, and taking someone along with you and trying to teach them the ropes.
It is very exhausting.
How long are you permitted to take these cadets out?
4 hours, I believe, is a standard FTO
That's
shift.
per cadet, though, right? Like, you're not limited
Correct.
in your FTO time.
Do you?
To my knowledge, no.
Do you are you required to take cadets out? Can you refuse at any point?
I believe if you sign up to be an FTO, you are doing so under the understanding that you will be regularly taking out cadets to train them. That's the point of being a field training officer.
But there's no punishment for an FTO being like, nah, I don't really feel like it today.
I don't know that.
Okay.
Once again, I know it's a convenient excuse, but unfortunately, right now in PD, we have a very our ranking structure is very rigid, and so that is one thing that I can find out, but I am not I don't have all this information available to me in the immediate.
Okay. The safety and security of the island of Los Santos depends upon the efficiency of the police department and whatever branches arise from that. I think it's important for us to figure out why it's taking so long for them to get on their feet, and if it continues to be this way, I'm going to be interested in launching an investigation into who's making what happen and why it's not happening the way that it should. Tell your captains that.
To provide a little bit of historical context that may help you all with these conversations. In the past, we have had a Senate-mandated bonus for FTOs. Basically, if you took out a cadet, you were granted a bonus by the state. It did accomplish its goals. It did encourage more FTOs to be produced. It did encourage more cadets taken out. However, the trade-off of that was people were primarily motivated for the money in some cases. So while the number of officers on the street did increase, the
quality decreased.
The quality did drop. That's
Yes.
not my place anymore to say if that's a worthy trade-off, but historically that is what happened in the past. Is we were able to achieve desirable numbers, but at what cost?
Well, the cost. Dakota himself has said multiple times that they don't have enough cops to police just the city.
Right.
The cost is that I want more police officers. Nakota wants more police officers. Blah blah blah. We don't have time to incubate them like they're fucking chicken eggs.
I think also the bonus pay that they got back then was also outrageous. If we
like a
came,
lot?
yeah, like
Okay.
thousands,
Our
tens
training
of
pay was dumb,
thousands.
too. We got $5K an hour for training at the hospital. Which is
Yeah,
insane.
it was a lot.
The bonus was a lot, but in an inflated economy, it wasn't out there. But my point is, you can't achieve the results. Like, this is a way to go about it.
But I mean,
That is
FTO pay isn't out of the question.
If I can just say, that is one way to go about it, is money, but sometimes and I've had conversations with people who have said more money, while it's nice, sometimes it cannot curb burnout from just naturally feeling burned out for all intents and purposes.
So the captains are delegating the ability to train new officers to these FTOs. They get silently burnt out, do not tell their superiors. The captains keep counting on people who aren't actually there to do their job. Cadets stop getting trained. Less cops are out on the street as a result, right? Like, are you required to report burnout? Are you required to inform your superiors at any point that you're just not able to do the job that you told them that you're going to do? Is that like a thing for the process?
I mean, you'd follow chain of command, but yeah, it's not, no one's afraid to tell somebody that they feel burned out, but I know that, how do I say this? While I can provide some insight, at the end of the day, I think you'll be better served, Mayor, actually sitting down with the captains and having these conversations with them directly.
So I don't want to. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm grilling you. I'm just trying to learn about.
No, I don't feel grilled. I don't feel grilled at all.
Good,
I'm just I'm being frank. I'll talk honestly. I think at the end of the day, as we are currently structured, it is the captains who make the decisions, and at the end of the day, while I'm the liaison, I am still just an officer. And if you feel strongly about certain aspects of the PD, I would highly recommend you go to meet with the captains and communicate these things to them.
Sure. From the outside, it seems like you guys need a chief. And from the outside, it seems like Polito is somewhat lawless right now. And it's not your guys' fault. I know that you're working with what you've got. I think a first-tier solution to the problem should be throwing money at the people who are training new cops. I don't think it should be outrageous like it was in the past. I think we should account for our current economy, most certainly.
Right.
I think a bonus each time they complete a full session with a cadet is reasonable. And Nakota, you can talk to Edda about what amount that would be, right? If there's still retention issues, then we can start getting into like the root cause of all of this corruption, or not corruption. Sorry, when I say corruption, I mean like, you know how like a tree starts to like get sick and it dies.
Right,
because,
right.
That's
the root of the problem.
the
slow rot.
Yeah, the rotting. Yeah, not corruption. Yeah. Okay. That's. I just wanted to inquire about the current state of the police department.
Yeah. Well, on that topic, could I broach two things very quickly?
Sure.
This is like a little bit of a point of confusion for me personally, but I would like to hear everyone's thought at least. So I put two proposals in some of the suggestions I made today. One is for a motor unit and another one is for our K9 unit.
Sure.
Like you were just saying, Mayor, drug calls are happening out the wazoo. And the reality of the situation is at this current moment, if we believe if someone is involved in a drug call, the best thing we can do right now is pull them over and engage them in a traffic stop if they break a traffic infraction.
Right.
If they flee from us, it's obviously escalated, right? Then that's reckless evading and all bets are off. But there's a whole proposal in there for K9. Drug calls are going to be the number one thing.
Have you showed your captain the proposals?
Yes, they've all seen them. So this is what I was going to. As far as I'm aware, they're quite happy with both of them. But do you
think that they need them like ASAP?
Yeah, I think we need motor and K9 immediately. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Then I will say that it's not the council's decision to approve that. We unfortunately cannot use state funds to give money to make that happen. So the fundraising will have to happen internally. That said, I don't think you guys need council approval to start pushing for that. It's your captains who need to push for it to the state.
Which I'm
correct.
I just wanted to get clarity on that. I just wanted to make everyone aware that those things were things that we wanted, and if that's something we need to go to the state directly, then that's also perfectly fine, and I will communicate that.
I think Max has said it pretty well, but I just want to reiterate for sake of it. As far as I understand currently, the way that PD is overseen in terms of executive branch direction, we are not in control of PD. We have certain parameters that are given to us that we can operate within. So I'll split hairs here and say, for example, I don't think that we're in a position to create a sheriff position in Polito. Do I think we're in a position to incentivize the training of additional officers by proffering state funds for FTOing? Possibly, right? But again, we're kind of splitting hairs. So Max and I will do some research on that, and I guess we'll have to table the outcome.
I will say the last thing I'll say for transparency's sake, depending on the outcome of that discussion, is I'm not sure when you talked to Cornwood, Max, but he came to me about half a week ago, and he kind of was spitballing something similar. Just for the advisement of everyone here. Basically, I advised him that he should try to do everything internally first, just because that's going to be smoother and more efficient.
Right.
But if he feels that there's a need, he should maybe find a group of like-minded individuals and just patrol the area under the LSPD banner, and then if there is a lot of crime happening there, he can catalog it and bring it to the council if that is something that's within our purview to show us that it might be needed.
Yeah, I talked to him as well, and he told me that he has a bunch of reports from Blade County that he's interested in presenting. So he took your advice and ran with it.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, and I just want to preface this by saying many moons ago, before the collapse, there was, a lot of interesting crime that used to occur in Sandy and up north. So I'm not trying to play dumb to that fact. I just mean we need to get our bearings in the city, and then we can start branching out if we want to be effective all across the state.
Okay. I talked to Slacks probably about a couple of weeks ago, and it was his idea and impression that the chief of the LSPD would be selected by the Council of Eight, as a sort of emulation of how city councils typically work. I told him that we wouldn't be opposed to that. I think we could probably make a good decision on that front. And he told me that sheriffs are typically elected internally within the police department through voting and whatnot. So I would like to propose potentially following a bit of investigation from Crane and I in the realm of what the actual purview of the state is over the police department, that we begin looking for candidates to become the first chief of police of the LSPD, so that we can finally complete their chain of command, so that we can start addressing the issues around hiring and all of the stuff that are keeping us from living to our best. That's all. Just something to think about.
Okay.
Does anyone... We kind of got off subject. Any other proposals?
We got to do the unresolved shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I got something cool.
Oh, the tags?
Go to you watched me do that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Go to reports and select City Council doc. And then under tags, pick one from the CC headline.
Wow.
Oh.
Actually, wait. Why isn't it working?
Yeah, I don't know if you gotta still set up the perms, but I cannot assign tags currently. I can view them all.
Well, no, I can. The tag stuff is working, but I'm concerned because I did a search. And I searched by a certain tag, but I'm seeing everything. So I gotta talk to a technician about that.
Yeah,
but anyways, that should be working.
Yeah, searching tags.
Either way, it's easier reading the colors on the right than it is the tags on the left.
Yeah,
okay. So the unresolved was in the... Where was it?
I think it was in Nakota stuff, maybe? The 2120?
2020
Games
was
being coded
mine.
as we speak. Now, he's working with permissions he already has.
Okay, so unresolved. Mask policy. Are we banning masks in public places?
So we decided that anywhere that's either government or state owned, they can be requested to remove it, or could be arrested if they
don't
crime was
anticipate.
it, right?
Love that.
Right.
Love that.
Yeah, unanimous.
And that's
approval, if I
where
recall.
it stopped. Yeah.
License
Yeah.
points. Any opposed to that?
License points? Question mark?
No.
No,
The
the
mask.
mask.
Suspension. Oh, sorry.
Mask is good. We landed in a good spot.
Yeah.
Okay. License points. Currently, the unwritten policy is that if you reach 20 points on your license through traffic offenses or otherwise, it is suspended. Your license is considered suspended until some of those points fall off naturally. There is no policy or driver's training course in place. There are no plans for one. Are we
I didn't win
okay
Chess
with
Streamer of the
20
Year?
being the limit, and
No.
are we okay with the automatic roll off of the points?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Vehicle exceptions for commercial parking. We created a law that specifically increases the fine for illegal parking of a commercial vehicle. This seems strange to me.
This is just what I was referring to about the larger vehicles that physically can't fit into a legal parking spot. I don't know if you were out of the room when I said that, but that's basically just going to be down to officer discretion and reading the situation and seeing.
All right,
Yeah,
so we'll just leave that unwritten then.
Yep.
For the cops.
That's fine.
Prison, is that just a general note? What is that?
Yeah, I think.
Oh
think
yeah,
some
we
of us
made a
spitballed
report
some
to discuss
things, but I
YOC.
think the
Seems like the general consensus is we don't want it.
yeah, the general consensus was there's bigger
Oh,
fish
hold
to
on,
fry,
hold on.
I think. But
Yeah.
I see some very interesting notes here at the bottom from Mr. Alan Crane. Carmine Bobby Dans. Can you elaborate on that, sir?
Yeah. Carmine and Bobby are both prolific appliers to the DOC and PD. They inevitably always commit some kind of stupid, violent crime, whether it be kidnapping or whatever. They're complete dumb fucks who are wastes of time and space and society, and perhaps in some people's eyes, sperm.
Yep.
In reality, there is literally nothing that goes on at the prison right now. In fact, we've got reports of people smuggling in and out and doing a whole host of things. So my facetious idea would be, why don't we make like a, Lord of the Flies type experience over there? And
I love this
give
idea, by the way.
Bobby and Carmine something to do from harassing the rest of us.
I love
I
love this idea.
Yeah,
And then
that's
Dan's
great.
is any member of the Dan clan should be able to be hired as DOC.
Well, I met probably 4 or 5 people from the Dan clan. They have that sort of lack of empathy that I think a correctional officer is probably very good at.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Michael.
it's good.
Why don't we just bring back the pit and we make the last jump impossible?
God, please no. Please no. I was stuck there for 4 fucking hours.
It took me
man.
6 hours to
I
get out
never
of
did
it.
the
went
first day in
there.
40
Fuck that
minutes.
place.
You get 40 minutes. It took me 6 hours.
What's the pit?
I did it.
Oh,
Thanks,
you missed
Max, you
out.
have no idea.
Have you ever seen Batman?
Oh,
I did it.
This
I did it.
huge,
I think I heard about it.
huge
Yeah.
pit.
So
That was
Yeah.
a huge pit. I think by the racetrack.
I know what the pit is out of character.
There
guys.
was
Yeah, the
cells
Redwood
down
Lights
there. There was like a little pool down there. There was fire and everything. It was huge, and there was these rocks that were platforms that you had to jump and climb. And you miss a step, you fall down, and you have to start all the way from fucking scratch. And it went all around
Yep.
the wall, like the interior wall of this circular
A
fucking
giant
pit.
parkour
And
nightmare.
it took
Yeah.
hours for the majority.
It was so hard. Apparently not
I
for Crane.
And
never
if you
went
think-
well,
and if you
actually, it
think-
wouldn't work now because, my
Yes.
bones are just so tired. I
Yeah.
can't stand up after slumping so quickly.
Yeah,
anymore.
that's
Yeah.
an
But
issue
if
now.
you think that you could just fly a helicopter down there to grab
If you
it,
go
no, that
first
shit
person
exploded.
mid-jump-
That shit fucking
Yeah, no,
exploded.
helicopters
you can
would
pretty
not fly
you
into
can pretty
it.
well
Right.
control where you
Jammed
land.
yeah.
Yeah, it was doable without something.
It just made
Yeah,
it easier.
I did it without something. I just hugged the wall a lot.
If I could just one thing about DOC, according to the memorandum establishing the council, it sounds like DOC falls under the purview of the PD. Am I correct in?
We can
saying
amend
this?
that.
Yeah, we can make it not the case.
Okay.
One other addition to this list of people. What about the little ones? Throw them in there. They'd love it. They always used to say they own the prison, right?
Yeah,
Oh god.
sure.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of feel like we should make like a island of misfit mascots and hope that they gravitate towards it.
Are we
Sure.
still going by the no crimes punishable in prison deal?
Yes, I'm not. Well, okay, my opinion is that I am not encouraged to create a whole system of documentation and report writing an MDT access for the Littlemans, the Dans, and Bobby and Carmine.
I think if we go with like the Dan and Carmine route as a trial, then yeah, who like the place is a black hole, right? But if we're wanting a more rigid DOC down the line, then maybe we revisit the legality of it.
I talked about this with Nathan and a couple other people on Discord the other night, so I wanted to.
Yeah, right now I'm literally just suggesting that I hire those people. Nothing else. Like I'm not gonna
just let them do whatever. Yeah.
I don't even care if they come to me and they're like, I need this or I need that. I'm just gonna say, figure it out.
Are we paying them?
No.
Their DOC receives $500 an hour.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Sure. They can have that. Why not?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Lowest pay easily, but yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Crane, do you want to draft up a document for this?
Yeah, I'll work on it.
Okay.
Is there going to be medical available up there? Because I know that it's already dangerous.
Dakota, you're already one step further than what we just said.
I'm of opinion it's not necessary.
You're overthinking this, Dakota.
No,
I'm just thinking about how this is going to end up. I'm going to end up there. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, facilities on site.
Okay,
We've
so
had
EMS will not be required to respond to the prison. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, to quote a very famous, what was it, Russian or Ukrainian? Eastern European boxer, if he dies, he dies.
He was Russian.
I mean, it's a risk you take going to prison. Yeah.
It's honestly, this whole thing for me is just out of sight, out of mind. I want to go to Burger or Senor Buns and not run into Bobby Charles.
Same.
True.
He knocked on our door earlier too.
Grab him. So yeah, it's all good.
So true.
I also had it suggested that if we could put a metal detector in front of Senor Buns, that would be beneficial to the whole city. But I don't know what the logistics.
Oh my God.
Yeah, most of the stabbings happen on the fucking sidewalk anyway,
and by employees who work the back anyway.
Yep, I'm well aware.
Okay.
So since it's the list of people that we've outlined, do we want to make it so you can be a DOC despite being a felon? Do we want to just that's the one government role you can just have? I'm pretty sure some of these people already have.
Honestly, my plan is just to write the
felonies.
legislation, we approve it, and then I just hire people until I'm told to stop.
Fuck it. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm down. It's prison. They're up there. They have felonies.
If a 100-year-old man walks up to me talking about, the South will rise again, I'm gonna hire him. It's just how it's gonna go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, all right.
I just PTSD.
So he'll die in prison, guys.
Yeah,
solved.
better for
There you
everybody.
go. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, but
I really need to pee.
Yeah,
we're
pee.
paying these people.
You're only paying them while they're
It's not
at
that
the
much
prison.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have to be
only
there
pay them to
actively.
sign in.
Yeah.
Okay.
The pay would be
Listen,
very
that's
negligible.
beyond us. That
Yeah.
Okay.
again, that's not our problem.
Okay.
I don't think that would add up too incredibly hard.
If you presented this,
We're not
this would
giving
have
them
taken an
weapons,
hour.
right?
No.
God, no.
Probably.
I'm gonna block their phone numbers after I hire
Our
them.
swap law.
Hell yeah.
Is there an armory in prison still?
Last time I checked, there wasn't.
Okay, well,
Oh,
there you
problem
go.
solved. There you go.
Yeah. They could bring in a fucking wrench from ammunition, like.
Yeah, they can supply themselves. And if they, in the process, get arrested for doing something, well, then there you go.
That is going. God, I almost.
I love that so
like
much.
a
Speaking
gallery
of
viewing.
utter
to just
chaos,
sit there
did
and
we-
watch it.
We could sell tickets.
Honestly,
Did we ever find out about the duels to the death? Because I'm very invested in that.
I haven't worked on it yet.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I just love that idea.
It is a great idea, and
Absolutely.
Did have a couple trials by combat though. That was fun to watch.
Fuck yeah. Good. Okay.
So, the final note that I have to present was someone suggested to me that people with misuse of a rental vehicle should not be able to rent from that guy anymore. Thoughts?
Oh.
Couldn't be more in support of it. Don't know how feasible it actually is.
So, leave the feasibility to Crane and I. Okay, just strictly from your guys' perspective as council members, how do you feel about that idea?
I wanted this
so.
desperately before the collapse.
I think day one I would have been okay with it. Aren't rental fees like outrageous now? Like, do we care if they're still like giving outrageous amounts of money to the government for a day or a week?
That's a good point. Does the rental stuff go to the government?
I just assumed.
Yeah, I
do we
assumed it
know?
went to a state fund, so
You'd hope so.
maybe it doesn't. I guess I'm thinking out loud.
Look at that.
That one, I don't know off the top of my
Edda
head.
can
I'll have
figure
to-
that out.
Yeah.
All she has to do is go
okay.
rent a
Hey.
vehicle using her own money, then check the state account for the
If it's going to the
transaction.
state fund, I would rather just keep renting at exorbitant rates and paying
Yeah.
the state.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
could get behind that too, but I don't hate the concept if that's not how it works.
If it's not the case, I'll let y'all know.
Okay. We'll shelf that for now. Juno, you aware?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you aware? Oh, I know you are now because you responded.
Am I aware?
Yeah, like aware
I
of
do
your
know.
surroundings.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm here.
Okay. What was next?
We did everything.
Yay!
Wow, look at that.
So
Hooray!
I need to draft mask policy license points. We, as a group, need to review Michael's rewritten VDM legislation before next meeting.
Okay.
And
Sorry, keep going.
Juno's gonna redo Parks and Rec.
Mhm.
I'm gonna work on prison, and then I will work on enacting everything we approve.
Okay. One final thing. Let's, as a group, if you guys want to present anything in the future, myself included, because I had some notes that I made, but it wasn't like actually official or whatever. Try to keep like a notes document for yourself or anything like that, so that we can all come prepared with like a documents to show everyone else that everyone can reference and read through preemptively, so that we can get here and everyone's kind of like aware of what's going down or what's going to be presented. So just try to come to the next meeting with everything documented.
I know we had a report made for the second one where people just noted what they wanted to talk about. Do we want to do that again so we can like write it down? Like I could have put the motorcycle helmets one in that, but I didn't feel it necessary to make a whole new report. No.
Yeah, there's a meeting agenda document. I'm gonna edit it so it goes to the top.
Oh, perfect. Okay. We're just using the same one over and over again.
Yeah,
Fine
we
with
can
me.
just put our name and then the things that we want
Sure.
to bring forward.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do that.
Sick.
Easy as.
Oh, it didn't go to the top. What makes it go to the top? Oh, it might be.
I don't think anything
It's
does. I
the
think
time
they're
when
just...
it's created.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Oh,
be a
okay.
So
new
we'd have to
one.
make a new one, but we could just. I mean, we could make a new one. What do you? Yeah, either works.
No, that's fine. We'll use the old one. It's got the exclamation points in the name. It's in miscellaneous.
That works.
Okay. Well, good meeting, everyone. I feel like we got some
Okay.
good shit done today.
Absolutely.
Oh, I need Siobhan and Max real quick.
Sure.
It's actually dumb. I think I fucked up on my phone, and I think I deleted your new numbers and kept your old ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here's me card.
Hold on.
I'll just text you, Alan, to make your life easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
I texted you.
Done.
All right, thank you.
Pleasure.
Do you need anything else from me, Crane, for a civilian oversight board before you get that started in the
Max,
coming days?
let's chat in your office.
Yeah. Do you need anything else, Crane?
No, I'm gonna sit here and enact everything and then make an announcement about it all.
Oh, wait. The trial gun licenses,
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
please.
Hold on. Siobhan.
Take it, you'll update.
I gotta do some science real quick before I start handing them out.
Sure.
I'm gonna issue myself one and go buy one and then see to make sure that it's the same as I think it is. With the cereal and all that. And then I will come back and handle everything for you guys. And I have a
Hey.
meeting before that with Solomon Walker. So I'll get back to you guys in like 20 minutes.
Sick.
Thank you.
Do you all need food or anything, or has the meeting concluded?
I need food.
I gotta piss before we start.
Yeah, this. Who's this guy?
He's me guard. I hear ya.
Stands-
Hey, watch out.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
So Jonathan is good news first.
Johnny, guess what?
Yes, sir.
Expungements are now 100,000 if they occurred before today. One time.
Wait. So like people are getting refunded 400,000 for the expungements they already had?
No one got an expungement.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So this does nothing.
Well, no. What it does is anyone who got did any crimes or whatever before this date gets to pay $100,000 to have all of to go through the expungement process one time for 100,000.
Bill me.
Oh, I can't.
God damn it.
I'm not a judge.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
There's a wild crane running around somewhere. You should go hunt him down.
Hey, calm down. Like, calm down.
He's excited.
Sorry.
My advice would be to not bother Crane. Beb, can you get a hold of a judge for Johnny here, possibly?
Okay, yeah, I can sometimes make them appear, as you've seen.
Indeed.
One sec.
I gotta rest my eyes. Very briefly. Johnny, I gotta talk to Juno privately, so if you could,
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Juno, you can lock the door too. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Vito a quick call.
Okay.
I'll be outside.
We're back.
I have reached out to the most likely judge to be available, which is Norman. I was not alive. How'd you know? Are you not alive?
No, I'm here. I was just
Okay.
reading stuff.
I need something. Let me text you it. Doesn't that look tasty?
Yes, but I don't like the way that the photo is taken.
Okay, well that's fine. You can hate that, okay?
I'm back. I went downstairs and my wife said,
You're lucky you're
tell your
lucky
daddy
there was
what
a
you're
light
doing to my
on for
kid.
this.
What are those like small square things with like lighter?
And he
Little
turns to me.
hazelnut
He turns to me and says,
Little hazelnut wafers.
"Daddy,
You
I'm
see the
watching
hazelnut
Mr.
wafers?
Beast."
No, not the wafers. The
And
one
then I asked
Peanut
him,
butter filled pretzels.
I hate that.
and he
Why do you hate
was.
that?
And I asked him, I was like,
Okay, well, I'm sorry for your loss.
"How much money does Mr. Beast have?"
Oh,
And
so
he goes,
I-
"A
Red-
million."
Don't you like red grape?
I said, "Daddy has $1 million. We have $1 million. We,
You only
me,
like
you,
red
mommy.
grapes? What's wrong with green grapes?
We all have $1 million."
They go better with the
I
cheeses.
Oh, do they?
And he goes,
Better with those cheeses, with Valentina and like oat.
"Maybe
and
Mr. Beast
herb.
has 100 million."
Yes. So I did the best.
My kid
I could.
refuses to let me be as wealthy as
I'm not a-
Mr.
I'm not a
Beast.
shepherd. I'm a lawyer.
I mean, I eat this for sure.
Okay, that's all I want to hear. They said it's
Hi.
dumb and the. Oh hi.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
Door locked?
Yeah, it is.
I want you to be left out. This is what we're talking about.
Oh.
Have you ever just had like a plain baguette dipped in olive oil? That's
Yes.
Charcuterie
yes.
board?
Yes, that's back at the trailer. I made that.
Love
That's
it.
me.
A little bit.
Juno was
the-
judging my peanut butter pretzels. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? She doesn't like peanut butter. I learned something new today.
So I've never had a charcuterie board with peanut butter pretzels in it, Beb.
Okay, well, we live in a finish it. We live in a trailer. What do you want? I'm assimilating to the culture.
That is pretty trailer trash, I will admit. This cheese looks good, though. And a gabagoo! Okay. What do you want to talk about, Juna?
The shit show that happened during that meeting.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
I don't know, man. I mentioned that we needed to talk about some things. You opened the door to have that conversation, and then you said, "Why are we even having this conversation?" And you
So
literally-
I
when you
opened the
literally-
door because Crane was whining like a pussy, and he was like, maybe I'll go have a cigarette, blah blah blah. You know, fuck him. No one tells me when I get to talk about something, so I lashed out and I was like, hey, fuck off. We're gonna talk about this right now. That's
But
why.
then why did you backtrack after that fact? And then
I got out of
and then-
control, and you called me out in front of all these motherfuckers. They already don't trust me, man. It's not.
Max, I haven't spoken to you, and I was more than happy to have that. And I get it. What you literally just explained, I get it. But like, sometimes, dude, you just gotta swallow your fucking pride. If that conversation, I think it was a mistake on both our parts having that in front of everyone. All I wanted to do was address the fact that there were things to talk about, and that was it. Whether it be discussed today or another
You
day.
prefaced it with the illusion that I've not been around, which I have been around, just later at night. You're giving them
Yeah.
the impression that I'm not doing my job, and that's not what my
No,
chief of staff should be doing.
Max, but you know for a fact that that is not the intention, right?
They don't know that.
Okay, then if we're going to talk about what it seems like to other people, then can we address the fact that, like, there's clearly a miscommunication, because you're saying one thing and I'm hearing another. Well, I'm under the impression of a different thing.
Right.
It wasn't the last time we saw each other. We even came to an agreement on bringing, for example, Jack on for like Chamber of Commerce shit and whatever. And then today you're like, you basically were like, no, we agreed to this and that X, Y, and Z, and I'm telling you that was not communicated. I'm receiving, and I know exactly what you're gonna say to this. You're like, who gives a fuck? I'm receiving text messages every couple of days from Lang about an update about shit, because yes, promises have been made, and again, who gives a shit if we backtrack on that shit? I get it. But at the same time, perception matters a lot.
Sure.
Especially in my world. So me having been a communicator to these people saying this and that, these are the things that we're going to aim to work on, and then suddenly it seeming as a different kind of way doesn't exactly leave the best impression. And also, I will be honest, people jump to conclusions, and that is out of our control. But the most that I could do is try to fucking contain it. Contain that spread of misinformation or accusations and assumptions and shit.
So if perception matters, why did you call me out in front of every other counselor in that meeting?
You called me out.
Mm-hmm.
We both. Max,
your role is
both
subservient to mine, Juno. You are my subordinate. You can't
Max,
do that.
Maxie, but you know for a fact that that wasn't my intention. You wanted to have that conversation, and I had that conversation. It wasn't my intention to call you out in any sort of.
You ambushed me in front of all of them, Juno.
You think I didn't feel fucking ambushed with the immediate fucking question?
I had to counter you.
Max, when I said there's things that we need to talk about, you got defensive and you wanted me to elaborate
because
on that
the insinuation is that I haven't been doing my job.
Then I think we both made mistakes during that, for sure.
What was my mistake?
Max, you literally you embarrassed me in front of everyone. You accused me of not pushing anything, and without even any clear communication whatsoever.
I didn't accuse you of that.
Hang on, no, yes, you did.
What?
By saying, "Look at what Michael's been doing." You do realize I went to Michael and I was like, "Let's do this. We're not receiving any communication from Max. Let's write something up, and then if anything, we either push it or we show it to Max when he is around."
I don't think anyone thought that you weren't doing anything when I was. I was highlighting Mike's work because he's put in work.
That's not what I'm saying. What you made it seem like Michael's doing everything in terms of that whole business stuff, and I didn't do shit. You asked me why I wasn't doing anything.
I didn't know that you did anything.
Yeah, but you jumped to a conclusion, didn't you?
Well, why wouldn't I assume that he was the sole writer when he didn't correct me or you? No one said anything, man.
I said something.
When?
I said it. I said.
Okay,
I
feel like you did say that, and then I immediately said, Mike and Juno worked on this. Okay.
Yeah. When it was addressed later on, yes, you acknowledged that, and I'll give you that. That's why
I didn't know.
That's the thing, because there hasn't been any communication, and I know that and I'm not gonna fault you for it because you haven't been around during the time that I have been around. It's like,
right.
And I'm not gonna fault you for it because you could immediately fault me for not being around during those hours because I've been fucking sick, and that wouldn't be fair on both of us.
I don't fault anyone for not being available ever. I know that people diverges all the time.
Yeah, and I'm not faulting you for not being around either. I always said he could be burnt out.
No, I'm not burned out.
Well, the thing is, as well, on top of that, I have texted you. Yeah. And I have emailed you as well, and I haven't received any communication. And I get it, things get lost. You're busy, I get that. But that shit rude for me because I've been receiving these questions back to back from several people about business stuff, and I can't get a hold of you. So I don't know what to tell them besides the basic shit. So, and I'm going away at the beginning of March. I'm going out of town for a very invasive surgery. So I want to get this stuff out of the way so I can be helpful now. And then at that point, at the beginning of March, you don't have anything to worry about. Obviously, you have the support from Michael and you have the support from Siobhan, but I still like to think that I'm needed as well to a degree. Yes, I don't think my worthiness. I don't think I'm. This is more of a self-confidence issue with me, thinking that I'm not fucking useful in any way. But I like to give myself a little bit more credit than that. So yes, maybe a part of it was me, spiraling a little bit and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But I started thinking about the fact that, okay, so if we don't push these things in time or whatever, or a bad impression gets left, I'm also going to get hazed for that. And I don't want that to happen for my own personal reasons and stuff. So
you represent something larger than yourself right now.
I know, and I understand that, but I'm also thinking about the future as well because we're both not going to have this position,
of course,
in a number of days or whatever weeks, and I think it's important for the both of us to also realize that not only is this my first rodeo, but it's also your first rodeo in this.
Mm-hmm. We're doing good.
And I know nothing about businesses. Nothing. This is a
Same.
learning experience for me. Yes, you have a better understanding of certain things, and it helps that you see Siobhan every day to gain her insight
Mm-hmm.
in terms of law and whatnot. I don't. And I don't know if perhaps you potentially have an idea of who you wanted me to be in terms of this position, but I'm just trying to fucking learn, man. You know I love you. You know I care a lot about
Tell you
you.
what. Tell you what. Okay. Your job is to vote yes on things that I present. You have no other responsibilities. Is that easier for you?
No, Max, that's an insult.
It's not an insult because I don't know how to fully define what it is to have you do.
No. It's not about specifically. Max, I like to see this as me being your right hand. Yes, those
Sure.
things are included in what you said, but that position is more than just for having your back. It's about forming new ideas together, working together, and being a team.
What I was gonna say is, in stuff that you present, I'm here to vote yes on that. Like that's
what we've been doing.
Yeah,
yes.
I know, and we're doing it well. And if you're concerned about people holding a grudge over things out of our control, like for example the business stuff, I don't have the power to do the things that people expect that sort of license to. We don't have that power yet.
So let me have some clarification then. So honestly, I hate even fucking saying the sentence now because I've just said it so many times. Next time Lang fucking calls me up and wants an update on Chamber of Commerce shit, what the fuck do I say? It's not happening because it's not. What were the exact words that you used during that meeting? Why is it not happening anymore? Because I was under the impression that it was still happening during that last conversation that we spoke about.
But I don't even know if he knows what the Chamber of Commerce is intended to do.
See, my idea for the Chamber of Commerce was a group of business heads getting together and discussing just a generalized business shit, but also being able to communicate efficiently with the mayor's office for things that do need to change, things that can be approved on, or things that need to be backtracked, almost similar to this. I think it's a good idea because that communication matters, and new ideas could be formed within to help and benefit the mayor's office.
So what's the ultimate goal of the Chamber of Commerce then?
You raised it up. I don't know. I was just trying to fucking spitball ideas in order to aid it.
Okay, here is my final decision on the Chamber of Commerce. Okay. It is something that was intended to help control the price of goods in the city, essential goods, like car parts, shit like that. That's how it would be most useful. But in the same vein, I don't think I want to regulate that. I want the market to regulate itself. So I think we're going to put this Chamber of Commerce thing on the back burner for now until there is a... Right now, we're bordering on emergency territory.
Yep, I agree.
The Group 6 felony ban has revitalized the sanitation and recycling a little bit. That might change following this expungement thing. If it seems like the economy is super fucked, then I will sit down and hammer out the Chamber of Commerce. But right now, I don't think the forthcoming business owners need that kind of organization.
Okay, and what about the establishing the whole guild shit?
Not important.
Okay, so both of those things are on the back burner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm literally just gonna say it like that. There are much more important factors that need to be discussed and approached. And unfortunately, these two things are on the back burner. And if they have any further questions, they can contact you about it.
Correct. The guild thing was a compromise I was initially going to reach with Lang and them because they didn't want to ditch the idea of a union, so I give them it's essentially business stuff, and we're working on business stuff as much as we can. So the guild thing, just assume it has rolled into the business thing. It's not a thing. They're not even calling themselves guilds. Like the lumber union is now the lumber co, and Lang has his own name for his own thing. So it's not even a thing that was. It was a cool idea concept, but these guys were so hung up on a bunch of nerds that played a video game at one point, calling themselves a guild, that they were just unwilling to commit to the idea. So whatever. They're not historically learned or cultural in any way. So we are just going to throw them into business. Blah blah blah.
Yep. When we open up businesses, they can go ahead and pitch their shit through.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that was all that was needed, wasn't it? Just a little bit of communication. I think we could both acknowledge the fact that it was just a timing issue. That in that office, in that meeting, shouldn't have happened on both our parts. We're both at fault for. I don't think it's necessary. I'm not gonna blame you, and I don't want to be blamed either. It was a joint thing that we fucking did wrong.
There is not a mayor now or in the future, the way that this government is organized currently with the Council of Eight, that would ever allow their chief of staff to do what you did to me, ever. That person just does not exist. I guarantee it.
Okay.
I'm not at fault. You need to understand that. I got a little loud, a little aggressive, because I had to stand my ground. Otherwise, it looks like you are in charge when that is not the case.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Perception.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I didn't want to do that, but I have to do it because people are fucking stupid. They're base. They don't see the intricate levels of relationships that people have. To them, I'm the big head honcho, and it looks bad if I get yelled at by my subordinate. That's literally it. You know, but to me, you're not chief of staff Juno. You are Juno Sweeney. You are my friend.
I saw you. That was literally what I was gonna say. I saw you as Max and not Mayor during that meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a mistake within itself.
Just don't let it happen again.
It won't. And I guess yeah.
Okay,
look,
good. I'm not mad at you. I'm sorry that I had to say the things that I did, and I hope you don't feel like I'm chastising you right now. But for the sake of everything to continue moving smoothly right now with us and our coalition with Mike,
it's just forming a line, man.
Yeah.
That it can't be blurred during those meetings.
We need to think of the bigger picture too. Okay. Because that argument,
preaching to the choir.
That argument allowed me to essentially tell Crane to. Let me lower my voice. it essentially told me to. It allowed me to tell him to shut the fuck up. Essentially, for all these guys, and these guys are still afraid of Crane, and they still.
Do you notice how fast they flipped?
Yes,
today?
they
Every
flipped.
time he said something,
I wanted
it's
to
unreal.
mention this for weeks, and I just whenever I went I've always noticed it during meetings. This guy, oh my god, it should be you in charge. It should be you that people fucking like.
I'm noticing some new. I feel like as opposed to the first couple of meetings, I actually have the power to sway some of their opinions, even if Crane doesn't agree. It wasn't the case the first couple of meetings. I feel like the pecking order is being established. I think they need to understand that I have just as much ability to contact the Fed as he does. While he may be their favored liaison, I still possess that power, and I do exercise it frequently. So, I said it right at the end of that meeting. God, what did I say? Oh, I said, don't worry about what's feasible. Okay, vote as a counselor. Boom. Crane and I will handle the feasibility of things. And furthermore, Crane takes a hard stance on this stuff just because he's a lot of time he's playing devil's advocate, and he wants us to see the full picture, which I super fucking value, and I think it is a valuable source of contention. The problem is that there are some counselors who lack the backbone to be like, yeah, so what if it's hard? So what if it's going to take time? So what if we're going to have to invest in communications with the state in order to make this happen?
I feel like a lot of hesitancy also comes from the fact that they don't want to be scrutinized by the people. I was speaking to Andy not that long ago, and one of the things that really, opened my eyes a little bit was the fact that anyone in the mayor's office or even a position like this is going to be scapegoat central,
Mhm.
no matter what. So
what we
being
need,
hesitant.
what we need to prove to them is that I am their scapegoat. I'm their scapegoat. That's what we have to get across to them. I need them to put. I need them to put their faith in
how
me.
did they know? How did they not already see that? Because
I don't know. They're scared.
People have already put blame towards the mayor's cabinet rather than the Council of 8. Like, people do not realize at all that these votes are made of 8 fucking people, not one person.
Right.
Which is crazy.
All the legislation that gets published by Crane, the votes are placed at the bottom. He puts them there.
Yeah, well, people are fucking idiots. They don't read. They're literally idiots. They don't read. But I mean, like, people need to realize that no matter what decision is made, there is going to be someone out
Crane
there that
isn't
doesn't
higher
like
than
it
the
and will
mayor.
point
Twitch
fingers at
chat.
whoever the fuck they want to point fingers to. So, like you said, look at the fucking bigger picture
Or at
and do
least
something
me.
good in your position rather than being a pussy. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you were put in that position for a fucking reason.
I have just as
and that
much
position
ability
can also
to
be
DM
taken away by
Buddha
those
or
people, which is
XQC
like why I
or
think Lance found
Coil
his
or
backbone, because Norman was going
whoever.
around being
I
like,
have all the ability to request
I'm going to call for a vote of
changes
no
and-
confidence in Lance Moulton, because I don't hear it.
I just
Norman
don't want
was
to bug
pissed
devs, man.
and
I
was
don't.
stirring up
At
trouble
the end
of
of the
perhaps a
day,
recall vote
I don't want to
on
create
Lance.
more work for them.
So, yeah, I was going to say, I think Crane weaponizes his knowledge of the city's history, but that also comes with a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
And others who don't know.
Sometimes he weaponizes it, but it's not even like because he agrees with it. It's just he's.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
No, I know. No, I agree. He does it as he used to do this as a judge with us, okay, within chambers. If he was like walking us through like a decision on like a new charge or something that was going to be precedent setting, he would 100% play devil's advocate. And you would think you would get fucked up in your head. You're like, am I supposed to agree with him because he's fighting really hard? No, you were not supposed to agree with him. You're supposed to be able to articulate why he was wrong.
And you know that because he was your boss for fucking...
Yeah, he was my boss for fucking like 3 years, okay? Like, I know him really well, all right? That's what he's like. And it did take me a while to learn that. And watching a new judge fail the assignment was always really funny.
But Alan Crane was my most despised person in that first meeting, and now he feels like the only person that I can actually... Apart from Mike and Juno, he's the only person I feel like if they tell me one thing to my face, he means it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't know.
Lance
Lance seems like
Lance has snaked me a couple of times already on
He's
votes.
a real libertarian,
Lance has
though.
always been a fucking snake, dude.
He's a real libertarian,
always
though.
been a fucking snake.
Yeah, I do respect his...
libertarian.
I respect his consistency, I guess.
I want to ask, so we are in office for 3 months. Oh my god, I can't believe you fucking did that twice. You fucking idiot, man.
Don't drink that, by the way.
So we are in...
Don't drink what?
We're in office for...
Hold on. Mike's calling me, sorry. Hello, Mike.
Yo, question.
What's up?
Is Crane willing to trial run us with a license for free?
So he said give him 20 minutes and then we go back and talk to him. So let's try to get him together. Maybe we can convince him to give all of the counselors trial licenses for free, and we can tell him if the trial goes well, then he can revoke those licenses and we can pay for the actual licenses that get rolled out. Right. So eventually we will pay. Right.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like, do you want me to come back down?
You come to my office. Crane is I think in the hallway in front of the meeting room that we were in.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'll be there in 10 minutes or so.
Okay. Gina, can you unlock the door real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry for cutting off. What were you saying?
So, do you know specifically what fucking day that a new mayor will be elected?
I don't know.
Can you try and figure it out?
Serials are not the way I remember them. They have a serial and an issuer ID, which is the ID. I need to see if PD could see the issuer ID.
I'm heading out specifically on the 7th of March. I'll need a little bit to recover. I don't know how long. I really don't. So it might be useful to bring in an interim chief of staff.
Like when?
When?
Yeah, when?
7th of March.
Have your surgery thing?
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be gone?
I don't know. It's invasive. I would say at the I don't know. it honestly depends from person to person. I think
I had an invasive surgery last year. I would anticipate 14 days bare minimum just for pain and painkillers. Like you're gonna suffer. I'm sorry, Juno, that sucks.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I got two options. Okay.
Yeah.
One, I make Siobhan the interim chief of staff.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I make Jamal Abdul Jabbar the interim chief of staff.
No, what the hell? What the hell? Make Siobhan, Jesus Christ.
Hey, look,
Honestly,
I don't know, man.
It might not even be for like a week. Who knows? So obviously I'll communicate with you. I'll shoot you an email.
Right.
I'll keep you posted.
Please keep me posted too. And if you need anything, like literally if you need anything, please tell me.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
We good, Juno? We cool? I didn't feel good yelling at you, dog.
I didn't feel good fucking receiving that or yelling back. Like, I love you both, Max. I love you, man. I've always had your back.
Yeah, I know.
We just got to communicate more, and it was just the timing.
Okay. Look, I promise. If you text me, if we're not able to catch each other, just text me the full extent of what you're wondering after, and I will try to respond with absolute certainty, so that there's no confusion whatsoever in the future. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. And if I can be around when you're around, let's do that. I'll give you a call. I would like to still do that whole press conference idea, maybe next week.
Yeah. I just don't know if people are going to show up to it, you know?
Well, that's why we try it at least once, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to do, if the Parks and Rec stuff, if I'm able to get funding and shit for it, and help, I want you guys to participate in the Newlyweds game.
Okay.
I think that would be fun.
I think we'd win. Hold on, ask us some Newlyweds questions.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I want you guys to write your answers down, and then when they say go, show them. Okay.
We'll both text you at the same time.
Okay, perfect. All right. So this is a question for you, Max. What is Siobhan's favorite musical artist?
Oh shit! I actually don't know that.
It's not like I haven't told you. You just didn't think musicals were important.
So does a musical count?
Musical. No, not musical. I mean like musician, artist, band, whatever the fuck it is.
Okay, any sort of music.
Any sort of
no.
Music. No.
Oh
anything.
no.
For example, if someone were to ask me that, it'd be Hosier.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Did you text it to her?
No, not yet.
Ready?
Or are you gonna ask her the same question?
So you both send me your answers.
Oh, okay. All
yeah.
Right,
so
three. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, go. You just send it there and go.
All right, just go.
3, 2, 1, go.
I texted her.
Me too. Wait, what did she say?
So you guys don't get a point. She said himself, meaning you. And Max said Toby Keith, whoever that is.
What, you think Toby Keith is my favorite musician?
You said you like country music.
Okay, I have another one. Siobhan, what is Max's favorite movie?
Oh, God, she knows that. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, 3. 2, okay. All right, I got it. Go on, Max. Yeah, you get a point. You get a point.
Or try a harder one.
Okay, Max.
Can you dig it?
What's the date? Actually, never mind. I'd need to know this one.
Wait. What if you ask him the question and then I text you the right answer? Is that what I'm supposed to do? And then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll text you the. Oh, okay, I fucked that up.
That's what we've been doing.
I fucked that up. I thought I was on. Never mind.
Oh, you fucked up the first one by saying himself. Okay, yeah, no worries. Oh fuck, man, this is difficult. What is Siobhan's favorite animal?
I got it.
You better know this. I'm gonna be really disappointed if you do not know the answer.
All right, I'm sending it.
You guys get a point.
Yeah,
Horses, yeah.
She's a horse girl, man. I know that shit.
That's right.
Oh, man,
I almost wrote
recently.
the Loch Ness monster.
That's in Scotland.
Yeah, that's in fucking Scotland,
Yeah,
man.
I'm a bigot.
Fuck?
I'm a bigot.
You just think all red-haired people are the same? is that what
Yeah,
you're
I
saying?
think this would be. I think this would be a fun fucking game, man. So maybe like getting 3 to 4 couples to participate, and then the winner gets a cash prize. And the reason I say cash prize is because money incentivizes everything.
That's true. That's why people show up to the trivia night on Thursdays before Storm.
There's a fucking
it's so
trivia
fun.
night?
Yeah, and
sounds
I'm one of
fun.
the hosts.
I didn't know that.
It's really fun. Yeah, you should come by, but you know, you'd have to. I'm not
Shut
gonna-
up.
I'm not
Shut your mouth. I might come by. Fuck it.
gonna. All right.
Right. What's up with this whole gun thing? Are we getting guns?
Let's go out there and find Crane. See what's up.
Wait. This should be the test for a marriage license.
do you
People
mean?
need to at least like.
Oh, get a couple of points for the new. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, if I felt like I was in a green card interview.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for her to ask like what color our toothbrush is next.
I couldn't even tell you that.
Hey, Max.
So literally, you don't have you not?
Max, wait.
We have
I have
toothbrushes,
an
are you not
idea. I
using
have an
them?
idea. I have an idea. Yeah, no. Max, stare at this wall. Siobhan, stare over there.
Okay.
All right, Max. What color is Siobhan's eyes?
Green.
Look at me. Okay. Siobhan, what color are Max's eyes?
Brown.
Ooh. Okay. Max, yeah, your eyes are brown, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. All right, easy. I don't know where Crane is.
You might be in the lobby.
No one in here.
They're green, right?
Yeah,
They're green.
Nailed
They're
it. Nailed
green. I
it.
nailed it too.
Yeah, that was a hard one for me.
You wear your sunglasses a lot. She had a seizure after you hit her.
Good.
Man, I'm excited for your.
For what?
We're gonna be safe. Once you get your thing.
Yeah, hopefully.
That I'm not gonna talk about publicly.
So, there's a small issue with the way that that guns are being serialized right now. That Crane pointed out via text message probably about like 5 minutes ago.
Ooh.
I gotta ask him to elaborate on it. I'm not sure what he means by it, or if it even prevents us from.
Serialized?
Hold on, let me just read what he said.
I think I can interpret what he's talking about. He's talking about. I think he's talking about.
Hold on. Slight hang up. Serials are not the way I remembered them. They have a serial and an issuer ID, which is the state ID.
A CID where it tells you the person who purchased it is engraved on the gun.
Hold on. No. That is the state ID, the issuer ID. So issuer ID being the person who buys it, right?
Okay.
I need to see if the PD can see the issuer ID. Which they can.
Okay, so all of that just needs to be notated on the profile like all the class 2s for registering it.
I'm not even sure it has to be notated, right? Because you could tell
It
on...
does. It's going to be notated.
I mean, if it's just for us.
That's why he brought that up.
If it's just for us, then it's.
How do you know?
Us having
Bro, I want people to
wiping
start
it.
having guns,
It's only
dog.
gonna
It's
be
time.
registered,
It's
like,
time.
In the profile notes section area thing.
It's
on
time.
People's government profiles for tracking purposes, right?
The
Class
age
2s are
of
the
London is over. What up, Alex?
I need your new number.
It's my old one. Here.
Oh, you got it's the same one?
I got my phone back.
Nice.
I might head out.
Oh my god, it's the mayor. Keep forgetting to remind you about this. But you had that whole incest
You guys
act
take
that
it
you still
easy.
got to draft up.
Oh,
I don't know if you wanted to touch
yeah.
back or not.
Yeah. Like maybe we would just make incest a charge.
What?
Hey,
what was that?
This is serious business, bros.
What the fuck meetings are you guys having?
Hey, what up, Damien? Hey, you're looking motherfucking fresh right now, dog.
Aw, only half as good as you, Mix.
Okay, look, you don't need to flatter me, dog. I know I look good.
Seconds to make the point go.
So, glizzies. Definitely.
Where?
Myself?
Oh
Okay.
my god. Fail. F. Try again. 5 minutes.
I want to get a gun. What's the state account at? Let's see.
Anything.
Hello, Mayor.
Yo, are they still doing the robbery shit?
Yeah, I'm in the lobby waiting.
Okay. Shalana and I are gonna come down and wait with you.
Cool.
Okay, love you.
See ya.
State account 31 million. State account's at 32 million, guys.
Really?
Hey, nice.
I'm rounding up a little bit, but yeah. Bev, let's go down to MRPD.
Okay. Do you want some French fries? I just got extra
Please.
free. Okay, hold on. Let me just. They're kind of soggy.
Wait, I think I still have your notebook. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask for that back.
Did you give it to me again?
I did.
I thought I gave it to you.
Because I told, yeah, but I told you to look at the Gossip Girl page, and then you didn't have it back to me after that. Yeah, I solved the. I'm still sad that I just really sad that I failed. I'm really sad.
Wait, you actually failed?
I failed the challenge. I didn't answer the right question.
Yeah, this is yours.
Yeah, because the notes are all like not in a clear indicated order.
No, I just don't write on them.
Oh. I'm parked here, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I am. Great. The Landstalker here or up north?
Up north. Let's take
Okay.
let's take the bike. It's cooler anyway.
It is cool.
We're gonna try and get our gun license before we switch to Lenny. Remember how we almost got kidnapped again by Jesse Adler last night?
I still can't believe that. Why does she keep coming here? Oh, I'm so happy about the.
Can you explain why state can't fund PD stuff?
City Hall. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Having just been
Although by definition, in the courtyard there, you wouldn't have counted as a government employee.
Tried to kidnap me once,
Right.
and they kidnapped Berg, all my other people. Whatever. They're almost ego act.
There's no.
Actually, wait, 1, 2,
The
3,
state's not
4
giving
no,
PD
I'm-
money
I'm-
like that
I'm
because
royalty.
the staff wants them to progress with their own money and work toward that on their own. Obviously, it's easier than crim progression, right? But you know, they get different perks. It's hard to make a progression system for police. Would you be mad if I made Jamal interim COS?
Oh wait, this needs to go to Mosley's. It is. It is not great.
Is it fucked up?
Yeah.
Is it good enough to get us over to
It's
MRPD?
good enough to start probably. But it's not great. Don't crash on anything.
Okay.
Sorry, would you ask? You asked me something before that?
Would you
Jamal,
be pissed
COS?
if I made Jamal COS?
No. No, I think it would be funny.
It would be hilarious.
As long as I get a watch.
You would of course get to watch.
Yeah, but what if he votes against you because he thought it was funny?
He probably will do that.
Okay, so I wouldn't be pissed. I would just chide you forever at being really stupid and not having your will be done. Also,
maybe I can get him to swear he will never vote against me. Maybe he argues against me for 30 minutes and then he'll just vote yes anyway.
Alright. As long as that's the case. I feel like
Yeah,
this
that's
is just
a
my
fake
impression.
accent.
Alright, because I've talked to Juno, I was in there, right? I'm gonna use an analogy. Right? Have you ever done an employment survey where they ask you questions like where you have to agree or disagree with certain things? Okay. And certain statements, and one of them is like, oh, I work best with little to no direction, or I work better with some direction or whatever.
Yeah.
Juno seems like she would work better with direction, with you know what I mean? Like she wants a manager who's going to give her hands-on direction, and it seems like you want somebody who does not require any direction. Right?
Yeah, no, yeah, totally. Yeah, that's just how it is, you know. I kind of knew what I was getting. I knew what I was getting myself into. I
was gonna say there's a different set of expectations, right?
I knew what I was getting into. Admittedly, I kind of foresaw this as being a problem. So I'm gonna try and work through it. Hi.
Hello.
Is this really a no smoking lobby? Are you fucking kidding me? You see that shit?
No.
It's on the wall over there. No mask, no running, no smoking.
Reading signs is a pussy move, Max.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I fucking unacceptable. So, which cop are you trying to get a hold of right now?
Annie. A cadet came out and said she could help me, and then started being unable to answer the question and deferred. So, I think York is coming to help me. Yeah.
Hi. Is this York?
Perfect.
Oh my goodness. Hello.
Hey, York. Can we go to this room over here real quick just so you can look at something for me?
Sure can. I just had a frantic call from a cadet saying there's a man that wants a gun run.
No.
To be fair, the mayor has a face tattoo, so I mean that'd be.
I just got here.
He wasn't here when that happened. Okay, York. So all I'm doing is just double checking. Lowering my voice. We are doing some rollout tests on some limited civilian firearm issuances.
Okay.
And I need to understand for documentation purposes, can you see the issuer ID on this?
Because we can see it on knives and shit.
Okay.
So.
Do you want me to run it or just look at the serial?
No. It should be the way that I understand, and I just want to make sure that you guys have the same understanding before we go down this road, is that legally purchased civilian firearms have the issuer ID engraved somewhere on the gun itself. So
let me just take a.
So we have a.
This looks like a
Perfect.
very, very versatile and compact and reliable gun. Wow.
Perfect. Okay. So as long as the state ID of the civilian who purchased it is stamped somewhere on the firearm, then I don't think that will necessitate a need for like a registry or profile notation.
Right. We have a registry book.
It's redundant.
Curious to see.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't want to create double work.
No, it's not double work. There's a book in the room over there. That
Right,
I
I get
think
what
can
you're saying.
trace it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right,
So
that's all I was checking.
Yeah, it comes. I looked up the registry, and it looks like it was you, sir, that purchased it.
Perfect.
Is that
Okay.
correct?
Yep, that's all I needed.
Yay!
All right.
Wonderful.
So just a heads up, we are going to be rolling out a very limited selection of folks to retain civilian firearms licenses as a test. This won't be publicized just as of yet.
Corey,
I'll just
come
be
here.
exercising my
Howdy.
discretion in the
Let me out.
DOJ. For now, it's
Oh,
going
my
to
lord, I
be
can't
the
open
members
this
of the
door.
city
Hold on.
council, and once I have a chance to,
Let's just talk over here. It's fine. Right here.
Okay.
I brought up the sheriff's department.
Okay.
I also informed the PD liaison that they need to get their ducks in a row.
Sorry, I don't mean to pry, but is this about the thing?
What thing?
I'm Cornwood's under
the sheriff's office. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I told Nakota at the council meeting. I said, if shit doesn't start getting if I don't stop hearing about FTOs who are too lazy to take out people, if I don't stop hearing about policing staffing issues, if I don't stop hearing about issues around all of that shit, that I am going to launch an investigation into the police department to make sure that they can actually be an effective police force. It's been months now. I don't want to hear the same tired bullshit where they're like, we want good cops, not just cops that can cause problems out in the streets. Look, take them to court if they fuck up. I don't give a shit. There needs to be more cops. If there's not going to be more cops, we're going to find new cops to take those roles of to oversee the hiring, all of that shit.
Mayor Max?
Hey, Mike, I'll call you right back. We went down to MRPD, just so you know, but we'll be back at City Hall in just a moment.
Okay.
I can give you an insight that you might not get, and that is that it's you know when you see something in a store, a package, it looks really shiny, you open it up and it's dog shit on the inside.
So you're worried about cadet retention, right?
Yeah, cadet retention.
Yeah. Nakota talked
it's
about
always going to be like that.
Yeah, I know. Look, but this was not always an issue. There have been periods of time where that was not an issue. So what's the difference?
It was an issue when I was around before.
It was?
How much time do
it
you
was
have?
not. It absolutely was not.
That's what I'm saying. How
much time do you have, Mayor Max?
I mean, they're still talking over there. Look, I know it's hard, okay? And I know you're kind of...
No.
What?
I think I have an idea on why it's bad now and why it wasn't bad before is because it's like a human body. The blood needs to flow from your heart to your fingers.
They're waiting for us. So speed it up, Blondie.
I'll just wait till after then.
Okay. All right.
I can meet you afterwards. We can have a sit down.
No.
I think you have a 1x1 at the Liquid Library by the fireside.
Do I ever what?
I want to do a 1-to-1 at the Liquid Library.
Are you asking me on a date?
I'm asking if you want to sit down and chat and yap.
Sure. But not right now, though, because we got some gun license shit we got to take care of. Look, bottom line, I told Dakota something better start happening soon. Otherwise, I'm going to find out why it's not happening, and I'm going to find people who can make it happen. 1. 2, I told him that we're going to be looking into the process by which to elect from the city council, to elect a chief of police, okay? And 3, I told him to let his captains know that crime is a problem in Polito, and they might need to start considering a sheriff's office in order to ensure that the people on the north side of the island can actually live and not worry about living in a fucking crime shithole, okay? That's the bottom line. That's from the council meeting. So, Sheriff, that's what I can do for you. If they're still dragging their feet in a couple of weeks, let me know, and I'll sort them out. Boom.
About that prison.
Okay.
Oh yeah. The prison we're gonna turn into a Lord of the Flies thing where Bobby Charles, Carmine, and the Fingal Dan clan and the Littlemans get to basically control what happens there without any oversight or anything from the state.
I'm all for that. That was literally, I'm not even joking, that was my suggestion. I literally said we should just give that to Bobby Charles and Carmine.
Yeah. I think it's great.
I literally said the same shit.
Okay, sorry, we gotta go, I think, right?
Okay.
He just abandoned us and said he's going to be at City Hall waiting for us because
Okay.
we're going to
Yeah, let's go.
their ears off until 2 a.m.
Open the door! Oh fuck, we can't open the door!
Hey, open the
Well,
door.
we gotta get out.
So sheriff's office.
Bobby Charles, can I call you back? I'm
open the door?
busy
I'll talk to you
right now.
later.
Give me
I'll talk
like
to you later.
10 minutes.
I can't open
okay?
any of these doors.
Duncan, can you open the door right here?
Yeah, it's good news. It's great news, but I'm not
Thank
telling
you.
you.
I will.
I didn't tell you my phone number.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 420-676-8639.
At this moment, I'm favoring action over discussion. So I hope what you have to tell me is something truly insightful. Otherwise, I'm going to chalk it up to human error, and that human error needs to be replaced.
I don't complain about anything unless I have solutions.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to hear them.
Okay.
Yep. Why am I not alien running right now? Where's my walk? Excellent SmackDown talk. It's not I can't unlock. Oh, what the fuck? What's happening?
What are you doing?
What's happening?
What the fuck?
I don't know what's happening. Am I on the bike?
You're on the bike. Oh, well, never mind.
Can you,
It's just cunty some.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is why this exists. Juno, wait, hi, Juno.
Before you stands a man called Duncan. There is no escape. I love Duncan. Let's be clear about that. But, some browser game I could... Oh. You play OSRS? Nice. All right, I'm gonna ride passenger.
All right. We're not gonna hit anything.
I'm kind of making empty threats to the PD right now.
Oh, so?
By saying that I will be launching an investigation, all that stuff. I don't actually know if I can do that.
You can absolutely direct the Civilian Oversight Board, and Lance was just talking to Crane about the elections going live for that soon. You could absolutely, petition them to launch an investigation into the PD for those things. You're actually not casting an empty threat, and that threat is about to become very real very soon for them.
Good. I'm tired of hearing them complain.
Y'all parking up?
Yeah. Oh, what's her name?
Gus,
This is Gus.
Gus.
Gus is the only one who nailed his homework assignment, by the way. Completely nailed the assignment. 10 out of 10, A+, fucking knocked it out of the park. You actually gave me what I wanted, not just an essay, but actual things that you were going to use in your legal career.
Oh,
I guess you could say he's addicted to legal work.
Yes, sir.
We gotta go.
Bye.
Why am I so fast? I'm fucking zooming. Man, my stamina hasn't run out yet. Oh, there it goes. No, this isn't the Brave Run, guys. Now tripping perma. Oh!
Top rope.
Fuck. Oh, dodged, juked, too cool.
It's my average WPM. In my peak, it was like 172 or some shit. I think my average leisurely is like 140. I think it's probably fair.
Again, is that there?
I don't like this keyboard that I'm typing on right now, so it's not very good.
I mean, it's a closed meeting.
Hi.
Yo.
What's a closed meeting?
Oh, we were talking about
meeting.
the council meetings dressing more comfortably for these long ass hours that we're putting in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna show up in jeans and a t-shirt next time.
Word up. Word up. It's lit.
See.
So, Max, do you want to coordinate a meeting for what we would discussed with PD sometime soon?
Bonuses for FTOs?
Yeah.
So, honestly, that could just be a you and Nakota thing.
Okay.
I trust your wisdom, and I know that you guys are aware of the past and how inflated some of those costs are. I trust you to choose a value that will be appropriate for the current state of our economy.
Because honestly, they've already started a spreadsheet keeping track of hours. And
hold on, what's I gotta? I gotta call you back, Hornwood.
Okay, sounds good.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we'll start out at a small amount and see if that works. And then go from there. It's really not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. And I think any compensation would be good. So that's what I was just talking to Malcolm upstairs about it.
Nice.
So yeah, if you're good with that, then I'll go ahead and take a look at that. We'll sit down and go over it. And once we get everything finalized, then I will let you know.
Sounds good. The state account's still growing. We're not really spending it on much, so
right, yeah.
We have to do something for them because they are dragging their feet super fucking hard right now.
Yeah, and the burnout is very real.
Oh yeah.
So Yeah, because like the sound of Sean's voice when he got done with Academy and then did an FTO session, and he just wanted to come home and go to bed at the end of it. He was like, I can't.
What were you pointing at me for? Oh.
Oh shit.
I see. Yeah, look, it's exhausting to do that. I know it is. I know it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case for everybody that does that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very rare breed of person that can withstand that kind of teaching process. Like the way I see it, it's like someone who voluntarily becomes like an elementary school teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of patience and dedication that requires to not lose your fucking mind is insane. And if we're getting people who are not 100% in on doing something like that, then we need to find out who the problems are so that we can get people in there who are actually passionate about making it happen, so that we can stop hearing from these police officers, hey, we can't afford to police 80% of the island because we don't have enough cops. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough. They've had a long time to work on their foundations right now. We got our foundations rolling. I know it's easier for us, but they got to pull their fucking weight.
No, I agree. So I think at least this will give them like I guess an acknowledgement. Because yes, I agree that they are signing up for this, but some FTOs didn't ask for it.
Oh really? Was Sean one of the ones that didn't ask for it?
No. He enjoys it. He actually is probably one of the most patient and understanding and hardworking.
No bias whatsoever.
Me not even being biased. That's just fact. He's always been like that for as long as I've known him. But there are others too. Barrick is also somebody that takes people on constantly.
Yeah.
There's like Viv and Ruby. There are a ton of officers, FTOs, McNulty. They're amazing. But letting them know that we appreciate their efforts, and that yes, putting in that extra effort and having that patience and putting in that time is not not appreciated. That word's hard.
Hey Beb.
Yeah.
Check your profile.
What?
Yeah. Something has to happen.
No, I agree with you 100%. Like I'm right there with you. There have to be, something has to change. Because all it's doing is creating this never-ending cycle of burnout where, they're trying to be, I guess, choosy about who they're bringing in, but at the same time, it's burning out all of these consistent, foundations, so to speak, and it's just going to make the whole thing collapse at the end of the day.
Yep, true. Well, my wife and I have some business to handle.
My wife.
Have
Nice.
a good one. Y'all stay safe.
Y'all stay safe now.
Oh God. Why am I?
Did you see it?
Yeah, what the fuck? Why? Me? How? I thought it was just...
Because you're getting targeted, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta call Cornwood. True. I gotta call Cornwood, so I'm gonna be on the phone.
Howdy.
Hey, what's up? I'm sorry, I'm done with my meeting.
No, you're all good. So I'm not really following. What the hell is happening exactly?
With what? Sheriff's Department?
Yeah. So they voted no.
Okay, so there was no vote. All right. I brought to the attention of Nakoda that the current state of hiring and training new police officers is unacceptable. That it needs
it's dumb as shit.
That it needs to go faster. I'm tired of hearing about issues with burnout or whatever. No more excuses, okay? And I cited the fact that the crimes in Polito, which have been reported to me and you and others, are it's essentially running rampant. There's no oversight whatsoever, and they continually cite an inability to police there because there are not enough cops. I told them, hey, listen, tell your captains that if things don't pick up, I'm going to launch an investigation. I'm going to find out why it's not picking up, and I'm going to solve the problem with new people if necessary. And that they need to start.
You want to know?
They need to start considering opening up a county sheriff's department in order to ensure that Polito doesn't become a fucking cesspool like it is right now. That it doesn't continue to be a cesspool. Right? Sorry, go on.
I'm telling you, we had a tag made for Blaine County.
Yeah.
There is so much shit being reported in Blaine County. I mean, stuff that we can't even respond
I'm gonna call
to.
someone on the phone.
I have
I'm
a
on the
tag
phone now,
made,
and it's really weird. Can
There's so many things that the
call back
MDT
shortly?
can't load it all. In like it just.
Yeah. I know you.
Yeah,
I
who's
know
this?
you want to get the ball rolling as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
I've issued
Bye.
the warning. I told Dakota to tell his captains, your captains, to bring a captain to the next meeting because I want to get to the bottom of why this isn't actually proceeding the way that it needs to proceed. All right, and I'm gonna lay down.
What captain?
I said any captain. He said okay.
No, captains ain't here. So what are we doing?
Next council meeting, Cornwood.
No, I know.
Well, surely there will be a captain available in a week, right?
Hell, I don't know. We'll probably have slacks. We'll probably have one. Now, to be fair, I'll be honest with you. Turner has had some things going on back home that he's had to leave town for a little bit, and you know that's just one of them things that he's got to do, and it's a shitty situation, but it is what it is. So, but I'll tell you, I literally wrote this shit right now. I'm starting this Little Alamo satellite operation.
What's that?
The purpose of the Little Alamo satellite operation is going to be patrol the northern regions of the island in order to make apparent the egregious amounts of crime that's going on in the northern parts of the city, targeting civilians and businesses up north. This lack of response is due not only to a lack of units on duty at any given time, but also due to a lack of capability to hold a proper police presence up north, due to being specifically instructed not to work out of the Little Alamo or process people in the Little Alamo Sheriff's Office.
Right.
Due to a lack of support and an apparent disregard for the well-being of the people of Los Santos and Little Texas, the Little Alamo satellite operation will serve as a task force that aims to repair the damage that's been caused in only a mere 2 months of the reopening of the city after the previous government collapse due to an alleged failed police department. And that's all I wrote before you called me.
Finish that document. I love the sound of it so far. What you need to do...
Like, it's insane to me. So Nakota said there wasn't people? Or
he said there wasn't enough people to police up there.
That's so stupid. That's dumb as shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose my... I'm about to dump myself in the ocean.
Hold on.
I'm going to lose my mind.
Malton said that, why doesn't Cornwood just police up there under the banner of the LSPD and take a couple of people up there and do it that way?
We've been doing that.
Yeah.
We've been doing that shit already, but we were told we can't process anybody out of there, and we can't pull cars in and out of the motor pool up there.
Okay.
So
you need so the first step is to get basic functionality for something like that, right?
Yeah, that's my request to Nakota was just get this shit started and let me build it.
Yeah, he didn't even bring it up.
I'm gonna lose my dadgum. I gave that sumbitch $15,000 on a loan today.
Yeah, he didn't even. I was the one who brought it up. My wife can back me up.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he forgot or if he was planning on doing it and then I did it.
I
brought it up at hour 3 in the meeting, so you know he had his chance.
Good lord. There's no way in hell he forgot.
Cornwood, I like the cutting your jib. Okay. We need to trust each other.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. Okay. You finish that document, the manifesto, we'll call it the Cornwood Manifesto.
Okay.
And so I ordered Nakota to bring a captain to the next council meeting next week. Okay. That's going to happen. You finish that document by next week, and you come in, you sit in on that meeting. I question your captain, and then you present your document. Okay. And then we will present it to the council together, and I will back you up, and we can see about getting a presence up in Polito because, you know, by all reports, it's essentially a lawless land.
Yeah, it's terrible. You know, there's shit we find up there constantly because we actually have people patrolling up there. And you know what? They got rid of one of the guys who would actually go up there with me. It was Denzel in Shift 1. They suspended him indefinitely.
What for?
For some shit that hadn't been enforced onto anybody else. They indefinitely suspended him. That was his 10th dab that he got. And there's so much shit that has happened this week that is, oh, we don't know the answer to this. But Denzel was working on investigations for all this shit that they keep. I'm telling you, Max, it's bad. Like, they go and they reprimand people that, well, that's not 100% true. But there are times where we are policing ourselves instead of policing the criminals.
Yeah.
We're more worried about what they think instead of, you know.
Yeah, look.
It's insane.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It is insane. I'm
I
tired.
ran over a rabbit because of my anger. I'm sorry.
Well, the rabbit probably had it coming.
Probably had a gun.
Look,
anyway,
I am not a huge fan of this pussy bureaucracy bullshit that your police department's taking care of right now.
Yeah.
We need men of action like you, and we need to get this ball rolling because I left the ball in the hands of someone who's got soft pussy baby hands that can't even handshake properly. It seems.
Yeah. That blows my mind. That is. I cannot believe he didn't bring it up.
Well, feel free to let him know that I said that he did not, because at this point,
No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask him. Hey, did you bring up the sheriff's office? How'd it go? That's what I'm gonna ask him to see what he says.
Yeah. So, wait, why are you guys adding me? Hold on one sec. -1? Wait, why are you guys saying? Oh, you said the thing. Sorry, I just all of a sudden I just felt assailed by thousands of people simultaneously. You there, Cornwall? You there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. Hey, do you know if a Glock uses 9mm or 45 ammo?
A Glock?
Yeah.
It uses 9mm. Why?
Because we got Crane gave everyone in the council and people close to the council trial weapons licenses, so we can buy a gun.
Oh. So hold on.
Bullets for 2,000.
So the rest.
Huh?
So the rest of the city council voted on guns being out to civilians, while our PD liaison didn't want us to have another office open to have more police presence.
Hold on. We didn't vote on this. This was just something that we're.
Oh, it's just happening.
Yeah, it's just happening. The thing we're gonna vote on is the method by which people can get their own gun license.
Oh. I misunderstood what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you can have a gun.
Yeah, me, my wife, all the counselors, probably the head clerk, you know. People.
Okay.
And last night, Corden, I don't know if you were awake, man, but, you know, Jesse Adler and those motherfuckers, they tried kidnapping my wife and I again at City Hall.
What?
Yeah, again.
What time?
What time was it, Beb? It was like,
it was like
2 or 3 Pacific, right?
2:30 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 2:30 a.m. Pacific. It was.
Wait, which ammo? Which ammo?
Yeah,
which ammo? I don't know what this uses. This is a different gun.
What kind of gun did you get, Beb?
1911.
That's gonna be 45 ammo.
Okay.
You gotta buy magazines too.
I bought 2.
Yeah, 2's probably fine. I bought 3, and that was probably a mistake because you only get 30 bullets for the ammo. So. Cornwood, it was $2,000 to get 30 bullets. Do you know that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's fucked up right now, man.
Hold on. So do you have? Wait. Are you? So you got a Glock?
Yeah. No. My wife and I got 1911s.
Okay, good. Because Glocks are for liberals.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, basically.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
But unfortunately, I can't get you. I'll be honest with you. I was gonna say I was just gonna give your ass 9mm ammunition. Because we get it for free. Not for free, but cheap as hell.
The Glock's only $750, so maybe I will buy a Glock and then I can slip you some cash.
On the Glock is $750, but the ammunition is $2,000.
Yeah. Well, look, that was a council thing because people were buying ammo from ammunition after robbing cops for their guns, so that was kind of like a deterrent.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So the bottom line is, the PD is going to be under some scrutiny in these coming weeks. Finish your fucking manifesto, and I will petition for you to have the faculties to actually bring some motherfucking law back to the North, baby.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the whole damn city while we're at it. Like we just had a robbery. We didn't have enough units on duty to stop the robbery. They just got away from us immediately.
What robbery?
We just had a laundromat robbery. They wanted 2 vehicles and free passage, no spike strips, 2 vehicles for 1 hostage. But it's because they have 6 people committing the robbery instead of 4. Years ago they only had 4. And now they have 6. For some reason, even though we don't have helicopters, we don't have motorcycles, we don't have any of the tools.
How many cops are on duty right
now? They just finished academy, so we have patrolling. Legitimately, we have me, Tips, 1, 2. We have 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So
we have 5.
Yeah. Today's probably not a good indicator of like the actual numbers. Well, with academy and stuff. So I feel like 2 weeks from now, if we check that number again, that's probably going to be more accurate.
Yeah, I mean, today's low, but you know what happened? Apparently this morning there was 1 shift 1 officer on duty. I was told.
Who?
I don't even know who it was. I was just told there was 1 shift 1 officer on duty, and there were 16 shift 3 officers. So what does that tell you?
I don't know that the shift 1 captain's not there.
Well, literally she isn't, but what I'm saying is it's a culture thing. People they sign up for shift 1, realize I don't want to be here, and then they move to shift 2 and 3. And the atmosphere of shift 2 and 3 is way the hell different than the atmosphere of shift 1. It's wild.
Shift 1 is too strict, or
I'm telling you, you should come to a shift 1 PD meeting. It's dry as hell. I've been trying to lead them to kind of juice them a little bit, but it is dry as hell. Now the shift 3 meeting, that's nice. Shift 3 meeting is good. You got people in there. They're excited about their day. They're happy to be here. But man, that shift 1 meeting, people are hands in their laps. People don't want to talk much. Crickets.
Yeah. All right.
It ain't good.
Look, I got the ball rolling on your stuff as promised. I will continue advocating for you. Next week, Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific. That's when you need to be at City Hall for this meeting, okay?
What time exactly? What Pacific?
3 p.m. Pacific.
3 p.m. Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I just so you know, I got the standardized time act passed. So no longer will people think that this phone call lasted for 15 months. It was 15 minutes long, as it always was.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, you tell somebody they're in jail for 10 months and they lose their shit because they're stupid as hell. I'm like, it's been taking you more months to get into the damn PD.
Yeah. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's just
at the council meeting, Cornwood, there were 3 yeses to standardize the time, the penal times. There were 4 abstains and 1 no.
Who was the no?
Fuck, who was the no, Beb?
Lance.
It was Malton. Everyone else abstained.
Why did Malton say no?
Because they're fucking set in their ways, man. They're afraid of change. They think that they don't have the power to make decisions. They're afraid of the Fed. They're just too afraid to do anything. And they're trying to push us back toward fucking stagnation and nonsense, man, when we have this golden opportunity to try and push and create something new, and they're scared.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It blows my mind. You know what else pisses me off right now? It's how the hell do we have YouTube? We got YouTube, we got Google, we got all this other, we got Nissan, we got Toyota, Ford, we have all this other shit. Why the hell are we calling this damn Discord email? We all know what it is. It's not like it don't exist. We just call it damn Discord so people can stop being confused as shit.
Yeah, that's all shit from 10 years ago, man.
Yeah, like what the hell?
We gotta get the stink off our clothes, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on.
Corwin, I love you. I'm probably gonna take a little naparoony. So.
Okay, alrighty. Well, we'll see you later. You have a good rest of your night. Go get some rest and don't do anything else at all.
Hey, get my wife to review that manifesto, okay?
Also,
okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right, love you.
You really need to get the security checked on the courthouse.
No, we don't, Berg.
I just drove my car into it and did a whole lap around the lower level.
Guess what we got now, Berg?
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You can hit me with it, Mr. Mayor. I'll let you.
No.
No, it's okay. I know where my arteries are that don't hurt. I've been studying the human body ever since I killed my dad.
You killed your fucking dad?
He pushed him in front of a garbage truck because he wanted to watch the light leave his eyes.
Holy fuck.
That's pretty much the moment I hired him.
Hey, buddy.
Like,
someone yelling at me?
Like you to do stuff. Berg might be yelling.
No, I think it was a local.
Oh yeah, well they're just like that. They just yell.
I swear to God, I'm just if I come around later tonight, I'm literally just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna have the gun.
Wait for Jesse.
I'm gonna
just wait for Jesse.
Holy fuck! Do you know how good
it? She showed every. You don't understand. I've seen her every single day this last week, every day, and some shit has happened after.
Loot box. See, that's the thing. At the end of the day, even if we get got, that creates an interesting piece in our right for someone who's brave enough to rob us for a gun at City Hall. I don't know. What'd you say, Johnny?
Was I interrupting a private conversation?
No. Sorry, I was thinking.
Berg! You just fell.
I had a question, Mr. Bear.
What's up, Berg?
I was thinking maybe to sort of like increase the happiness and like make people more aware of like what's going on in the world and like more happy and stuff.
Yeah.
I think a parade would be kind of cool,
You want a parade?
Yeah, think how cool it would be. You could be like in a convertible and like go down the what?
You gonna grassy knoll me, Berg?
No, think about name off one bad time that's gone wrong.
JFK?
Who's that?
Berg! One of the greatest US presidents ever.
Liberal.
What's his name? Starts with a D. I don't think it counts.
Can I throw a rock at him?
Sure.
Sure. Wait, I just agreed to that. Oh God, please don't.
It's too late. The damage has been done. Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Anyways, I think it would be kind of cool. Think about it though. It'd be kind of cool little like power grab, You could see, you could show everyone what you really are, what you really mean to them, because like you'd be like out there, and then they'd try, but they'd never be able to get you. You know?
Yeah.
Can I throw the same rock at you again?
Okay.
Beb, it's bedtime for me. I might be around later though.
Hit me.
Hi.
Missed.
Shoot someone. Just remember, you know the law, okay? Try your
Yeah, but
best.
is there any some street shit that I should say that people don't testify to in court that I wouldn't know because I've never had that experience?
Just be careful about standing your ground, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Love you.
Stand your ground, sir.
I love you. Bye.
Good up, Bear.
Bye.
He's so cool.
So I was thinking about it. I did a VOD review to write Lenny's statement on that big chase last night with the 5 different cars or whatever. It's borderline power gamey. On one hand, I could say that, you know, Lenny exists in this world and he would remember that. You know, he's 100% a cop. Like, being a cop is his life. Like, he lives for it. I think that's all pre-established. On the same hand, I think it's kind of lame to VOD review statement right or whatever. So, we're gonna play Lenny. I'm gonna go on. And I'm gonna remove stuff that like I know that I specifically like needed to watch the VOD to pull and include in the thing. I think at the end I've molded over basically since the beginning of stream, and I think it is not in the spirit of role play to do something like that, even if it makes sense for it to happen that way. And I think the stuff that could arise from it being a potentially not 100% factual statement, I think the role play that could rise from that is more interesting than giving a fucking smackdown VOD review statement or whatever. So, a little too powerful, I think. I think we power game. Hopefully, that statement hasn't been used in any official capacity. And if it has, then I will tell people, hey, you know, I went back and I edited that statement. So, yeah. Got a DM from Coil? Nope, no one DM'd me Twitch chat. Honestly, I probably could have gotten away with it. I just don't think it's fair at the end of the day. Boop boop boop. Cops have body cams and dash cams though? Yeah, I know, but they don't have that on NoPixel, and that's pretty much established, so. McDulty suspected you VOD reviewed? Yeah, look, not lying. I never did. I outright said it. I don't think it's bueno. I don't think it's bueno. So, yeah, you would have to VOD review to have that level of detail. You would have to. Like, we get pretty detailed in our reports, but like, I went through it pretty intricately. So, we're gonna go through and we're gonna dumb it down. Wouldn't VOD review just be like body cam review IRL? Yeah, but once again, they don't have body cams on NoPixel, so we should work within the confines of what we have and not attempt to get any advantage to present what we have. So I'm just gonna go piss real quick, and then we're gonna go through and we're gonna change some stuff, delete some stuff that is a level of detail that isn't really realistic. I will be right back. Hold on. Holy moly.
What's going on here? Some witchcraft.
I'm eating in the
What the hell?
corner.
No, that's not what. Okay, that's interesting. How's it going, Lenny?
Going good.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm going off duty, folks.
Good night.
You going with your husband off duty?
He is not my husband. Jeepers, mother, father.
But why did they say that?
Because they're being boys.
Okay.
Boys are
Why-
just boys
are
in
you-
the end.
Is it because you guys are talking and they're like, your husband?
Yeah, they're like.
Oh, okay.
Right. All right.
I mean, me and Lenny are very good friends, and people aren't saying that. Yeah, we're friends. Aren't we, Lenny?
Yeah, well, I'm amending my statement from that Finley Milton chase.
Why?
We'll just say I over-remembered.
Okay.
Let's just say I remembered to such a degree that body cams and dash cams would only be able to recall, therefore I should not have recalled to that degree.
Okay. Hey, can I show you a pit I did today?
Absolutely.
Record from my vehicle. Come on. Oh, that's a beautiful picture of Corner.
Wow.
You ready?
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pit.
Holy moly.
Was
that from this morning?
So that wasn't a pit.
No, that was a pit.
But my vehicle didn't break, so I guess it pitted the vehicle.
Oh yeah, the rain. Yeah.
Look at the speed, under 100.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You know what the guy told me?
Did he whine? Was he like, you whine?
More than whining.
Are you trying
He told
to
me,
kill me?
can we rewind?
Oh my. No rewinding in real life. Hashtag had free publicity? Bro, I don't care.
Recklessly, we pitted your vehicle.
Yep. All right. I gotta focus on amending
Yeah,
this.
I got you. Amend. Actually, I'm going to focus here eating some hot dogs, so I'm not gonna respond to.
What's what? At the time, I didn't. I looked at Remedy Creed, but at the time, I wouldn't have put 2 and 2 together. I wouldn't have thought to memorize any details about the people who hopped out of the car. So we are going to do this right here. Hang on. Both suspects immediately fled into the parking lot behind Alta Street Apartments and ran off. Boom. Okay. Okay. Okay, I probably don't remember the exact speed we were going at that point. We did hear this. Authorized PBS at reiterating the 3 violent felonies. We did remember that. After 120, we did hear Frost Pit because McDulty was like, say it with your chest, and then she got on the megaphone. We probably would not have remembered the correct order of operations that led to Frost giving up primary to McNulty. Okay, we're gonna go get rid of that. Execute a pit about. We wouldn't remember the exact speed. When there's some of the vehicles spiraling into a heavy oncoming traffic, we would remember there was traffic in Vinewood because we talked to Frost about it. Afterwards, we were leaving a ram and batter the Dukes in front of was Taurus. True. Forced the Dukes onto the sidewalk. True. We boxed it. 3 car boxes maintained until Finley Milton backed over some newspaper stands and lifted his vehicle up high enough that made it possible for his Duke's tires to touch the sidewalk. That is a momentous part of that chase, and I don't think I would have had any trouble recalling that. Frost exited her vehicle to tase. Tase was unsuccessful. Probably would have remembered that. Frost then hauled Finley Milton out of the vehicle. Would have remembered that. Frost attempted to tackle the suspect in the middle of Vinewood Boulevard. Would remember that. But the first of several interferences vehicles pulled up by Rusty Fudo. Would remember that. Finley Milton hopped into the Rusty Fudo as the passenger. Would remember that, and it took off. Fudo may turn. Okay, probably. Probably going to cut this pit out, because I would say that I did not remember this well enough to recount it in such detail. So we're gonna backspace that. Weaving through medium traffic with exit pit. Wouldn't remember the exact speed.